Alrighty gamers, this will feel extremely new, extremely strange. First time with Bounty Hunters FT7 from a... I hope you can't actually hear it. I have a new crib and it's relatively empty at the moment, so I'm still working on the acoustics a little. Need to add a couple of rugs, maybe more curtains, stuff like that. So there might be a little bit of an echo, but I did notice it gets noticeably better if I get really close to the microphone, so let me just getting super close and personal like this. How about some what's that thing called? The thing called the thingy. You know the thingy when God, am I this old? When you're super close and personal to the microphone. ASMR, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, been super busy. I just got home from doing the stuffs related to a new house, but hey, we got internet connection, we got our reg. Even if it's a little empty, we can run some good ass Guilty Gear FT7 sets and strive on the menu today. Let's take a look at our card for tonight. So changes right off the bat. CarrotOfWisdom I think could not play today, so for the last matchup of the evening we're gonna play JuxtAPoser versus perhaps Solid instead. It is a super on a short notice, and I didn't get JuxtAPoser's reply back, but as long as they're okay, we can definitely play that one. Otherwise, we should be running as per schedule. Starting off with Vahvaloac, Chip versus DavidBsS, Soul. Now, this will be interesting. I think Vahvaloac, let's see. Vahvaloac hasn't been signing on Bounty Hunters for too many times, but I think I've seen them on board. Let me pull up my cheat sheet. Yeah, they've been on a couple of times. They had a match against Tibelius and also Elda. And you do love to see chip players, especially on Bounty Hunters, unless it's like one of those super high level players from the top of the European community. We tend to see not too many chip players, so yeah, Vahvaloac, of course, from the older Guilty Gear games. I think they've played a couple of characters, but Chip in every single version. As for DavidBsS, it's gonna be their first showing tonight here on screen. But these are definitely not rookie level players. Don't mistake the first matchup of the evening tonight for a rookie matchup. These are pretty decent players, and we're gonna get a fairly good start to the evening. Also on the menu tonight, coming up after that, Golbargs versus Radune, a run back. I think Golbargs took that first bout, but these guys have been wanting to go at it again for a couple of weeks now. Then a couple of newcomers. We got RhagTheDucktle from Portugal. We've got God, I don't know. Let's see. Did I get a response? Because I did not know. All right, so they want it to be called ACIDG. that's sort of a mouthful. But we'll make do. But both of these guys, new faces. We got Nanashi, also a first timer here, Russian Kai player, AverageMilliaFan, first timers. It's like a double pluck of first time players, seeing them play, gonna be super interesting. And then a couple of old new faces. We got Fission back on Jacko. It's been a while. Been really waiting for them to sort of show up again. Facing up against the Gamma. I think this is interesting because both Gamma and Fission used to play Jacko. Of course, Fission still does. But Gamma has since switched to Axel instead. I'm not actually sure how Axel versus Jacko matchup goes, but I mean, first time for everything. And when we have these relatively high-level players on the menu, you probably usually expect to see at least a little, like, couple of glimpses to how the match is supposed to be played on a higher level, right? Also, speaking of high level, Rygand, that Finnish guy who's at the very top of the food chain at the moment, facing up against Aggu. Baiken, gonna be super interesting. Another matchup I don't think I've seen very often. Aggu, obviously, has been at it a long time, and Baiken was the perfect match for them. And now we'll see if Aggu has what it takes to take on one of Finland's greatest. And as I said, finishing up the evening with JuxtAPoser versus, I think, solid Gold Lewis. But we'll see. We'll see how it develops. JuxtAPoser will show up a little later to the event, and we'll ask their opinion if they're okay playing the Switcherino, because, like I said, CarrotOfWisdom unfortunately could not show up today. But we should be getting a pretty decent replacement match for that. But yeah. So Chip versus Sol for the first one of today. Let me check. Do we already have the players in the lobby? How do I use this game with keyboard? Because we are certainly ready to go if the players are ready to go as well. We got David raring to go. Let me, while we are on it, set up the prediction as well. All right, that's ready to go. We got our players, we got our predictions. We got everything. It's time to watch some Guilty Gear. Another Sunday. Damn. If I echo, I am terribly sorry. It's gonna have to be like that for now, but let the screaming commence. Alright, so Chip versus Sol. You know what's gonna happen. Chip, one of the characters that bleeds the most out of the whole cast. Sol, the damage king in every single Guilty Gear game so far. It's gonna be whether Sol can catch Chip. It's probably gonna be, I would rate this like tricky matchup for, wow, okay, ooh, what's that as STP trade there? Vahvaloac getting the ball rolling. Obviously Chip probably has to do with, especially mid-screen, with a little smaller combos. Like this will be around the combo damage you'll be expecting to see from Chip, but the thing is, you got pretty decent buttons. Oh, went for Genrosan a little too early. Gets the combo, yeah. It's like the amount of touches that Vahvaloac had to score to get into that position was something like 5 or 6, right? And that was a wall break included. But on the contrary, even a single heavy Volcanic Viper can do so much on Chip's life bar. And if you get one of those far slashes that Sol so much loves, oh baby! Oh, choosing the gamble with Banki Messai. And David, responding kind, has the meter to make it save. Oh, that was actually great. Bouncing off the wall with the horizontal or the diagonal blade. Oh, not quite enough. Needs one more touch. Good read from Vahvaloac. Backdash into a combo, and David doesn't have the meter, but however, Chip doesn't have the damage either, so going back to neutral here. Oh, 6 heavy not punished. I think Vahvaloac already committed to take the backdash. Unfortunate. That 6 heavy, such a great counter poke, such a nice tool for certain footsie situations and RPS. Oh, we are going for a ride. Yeah, Vahvaloac choosing to burst that very fast. Understandable, that would do over half your life, I think, on chip damage. Finds the DP once again. These DPs, I mean, even the SDP is probably gonna do as much as the smallest of BNB combos from Chip. A little bit of a combo. Ooh, too heavy as a reversal option. I wonder if that was a DP. Missing the vortex, however, Vahvaloac in the air can't quite capitalize on that. Has to RC. Oh, the jump heavy goes through. But again, not a massive punish. Both players looking for that one more hit. Bandit Bringer into... Oh no. Well, they got sort of a punish, but still need one more decent hit. Is that actually gonna be it? Vahvaloac can't take the corner here, but forcing into the wall break too early and doesn't even get that. But this is, again, still a very decent position for Chip, because essentially if your opponent dies on the next hit, it doesn't really matter how much damage you do, and on the other hand, you are Chip, right? So you're gonna eat a lot of damage anyway if they land the hit. So 1-0 Vahvaloac. Was that the first match? I feel like I might have missed a point count again. I swear, this always happens. But while that's transpiring, Vahvaloac taking the first wall break. That's actually a very decent damage for a single combo. Now with the positive bonus, tension racking up. Happily, we'll take another one. Refreshing this. Oh, it actually gets a punish still. Yeah, that 6 heavy from Sol, a very committal tool, albeit a very, very strong one on counter hit. Gives you probably 50% of your opponent's life bar, and it's one of those good hurt boxes that gets there really fast. 9 frames of startup, but you know, it is a risk. Vahvaloac scoring the hit once again. A little bit of a telekinetic hit there for Sol 2K, but that's not one of your hardest hitting normal starters unless you get started from really close. Oh, here's the heavy DP, immediate burst. Yeah, that heavy DP. Single hit from the heavy DP, or both hits, is gonna deal quite a bit of damage. Now David. RC to keep themselves safe. Yeah, Vahvaloac is so ready with the punish. RC, switch the positions. Ooh, might have been thinking about the burst. Yeah, it ends up sort of paying out. The gold burst comes out, no punish, but burst has been used, and now Vahvaloac is completely ready to attack as they will. Is that gonna be enough? RC into the big conversion. It's not gonna be enough. Chip damage. You all know it. One more touch. Again, gambles with the 6 heavy. Vahvaloac, again, nice jump out of there. That's such a classic from Sol players. Drifting in there from half screen or full screen with the vortex. Trying to look for stray hits. If it doesn't connect, you can still RC. If they are in the air, the RC will give you usually a pretty decent opportunity to go for an air throw. Wow, in the wrong direction. Ooh, finds the hit. Here we go. And Vahvaloac immediately ready to burst. Yeah, it's probably what you want to try to get out most of the time. Oh, that sliding under the wire see there. Interesting. Again, Rosan works once again. Very damaging command grab. Chooses to RC it. Again, the throw baited. I think I saw a throw there. Break the wall, and Vahvaloac again in the situation. Counter hit. Luckily for Vahvaloac, David doesn't manage to get the cleanest of hits. But now Vahvaloac with that positive bonus and 100 meter will take this combo very easily. Yeah, Vahvaloac has been pretty strong at neutral so far. I think not a single relevant hit has been landed by David so far. And that's essentially what you're trying to do in this matchup. If Sol gets you, oh, this is dangerous though. Alright, good backdash once again from Vahvaloac. Avoiding those throws. Gold burst on the board, so we have all the resources in the world Who chooses to take this one? All right, we can go for a wall break here. That's smart. Choosing to not break the wall before you're ready to take the round. Because I think David could have taken the wall break there, but that essentially would have put Chip back into the neutral. I think they didn't have the meter at the time, right? So choosing to reset there in the corner, keeping the good position, advantageous position, and going for the last hit that way is the optimal way to go here. Now Vahvaloac RCing into this up. Now that combo looks so swag, and I think that's one of, if not the most damaging combo route, one of the most damaging combo routes. Ooh, choosing to milk this one. Immediate burst from Vahvaloac again. Very important not to get hit by those stray hits. Single hits. Oh my goodness! What was that? Super frame trap? Vahvaloac has been getting away with a lot of those wild stuff. Was baiting there. Burst from... Oh, that was so interesting. The Bandit Bringer really close to the ground, sort of baiting the burst there. But this throw should do it for Vahvaloac. Blazing forward with 3 straight wins. Goddamn. But I gotta say that Bandit Bringer was one of the lowest altitude BBs I've ever seen in my life. I mean, that is definitely a throw bait. Is that like classics in Jump D from Exert days where the Jump D can sort of bait throw mashes very close to the ground? Either way, David ready to break. Reverse the situation with a throw. Oh, Vahvaloac barely missing the throw. But doesn't give David any breathing room. Back into the corner, take it. And now the tension, even though Vahvaloac isn't sitting on a lot of meter at the moment. Ooh, speaking of meter. Whoa, chooses to go for a random HMC RC. But Vahvaloac was high enough to get the double jump off. David still scoring that round. It's very interesting. When the opponent RCs on the ground and you're in the air, your altitude will kind of determine whether you will have the frames to try to sort of wiggle your way out of there with a double jump, or if you just have to commit to the throw break right away. Vahvaloac finding a DP while they're trading DPs back and forth. And Vahvaloac barely able to get the far slash out before the flames manifest. RC to keep the pressure. Immediate YRC, yeah. You can definitely see that Vahvaloac is willing to spend... Whoa, wait, what's that? That was a really cool delayed option there. Vahvaloac scoring a little bit of a combo there at 100. Oh my goodness, this will be a kill. David will not have burst for this, or does he? I think he does. No, just a little tad too late. Because as soon as you get stuck to that wall, you will lose your burst privileges before the next hit lands, so not quite being able to gamble out of that, or RPS out of that anymore. They'll be finding a DP once again, but oh, unfortunately, wow, that was so smart for Vahva. Running under, getting a punish, and resuming the pressure. Now Vahvaloac, a lot of meter, and they're gonna be ticking in so much tension here. Oh, but wait a minute. Oh, that's 6 heavy, not hit confirmed. This will lead into a kill though if we don't drop or not. I mean, the throw is fairly prorated, and DavidBsS on board. It has taken a little bit of a time to find that rhythm to catch Vahvaloac, and so far a lot of those hits do come from stray sources, but I mean that's very, very normal for a chip matchup. If you get a chip player who moves around really smartly, really actively, uses those escape Tatsu kind of methods to wiggle their way out of every situation, yeah, you're not gonna get those clean hits that you might be looking for in other matchups. You kind of have to swing for the fences sometimes, sort of sticking your buttons there, even like just far slashing preemptively and hoping that the chip player runs into it. Or you can DP. That's been working out for David so far. But now Vahvaloac finding a burst, finding a combo. Ooh, straight into the throw of David once again, and the DP works out. Vahva knows the ins and outs, the vulnerabilities of Chip, doesn't want a normal block for a very long time. It does make sense for Chip players to go for that defensive option pretty fast, be it like DP, YRC, burst, or even gambling with a backdash. Oh, but now, unfortunately drops that combo, and good check there on Vortex. You want to have those low-profiling moves that can catch HMC. Oh, is Vahva still recovering? Yeah, that was 2P. I think I saw 2P. Massive damage coming through. Get the throw. RC. That should be enough, right? Yes, it is. Yeah, HMC, speaking of gambles, it's not the most, you know, you're not going to land that very often, but if you can find your opponent in recovery after their buttons, or sort of having used their air options already, like for example use double jump already and on the way down, you can kind of make that HMC unblockable in certain situations, but it's still hard to land. Good 6P. And now Vahvaloac potentially looking for one more conversion, has the 50 meter. Here's the reversal. I think Vahva broke the dash. Yes, indeed. And here's the punish. You can get a throw. That will be enough. And Vahva gets the 4th point on board. But it does feel kind of bad when you're chasing these super mobile characters like Chip, like Millia. Then you finally get a hit, you finally get that good far slash in or another counter hit, and then they have the burst ready to go. Ooh, wow, that was a clean air throw. Just to go for a 5D, but a little too far here. Vahvaloac escaping the situation. RC is ready to go though, and Vahva, oh no, dropping the combo. That might have been trying to dash forward with the dash macro, but accidentally getting the backdash. I do get that on Testament quite a bit. The classic BB. Oh my god, wait a second! Hold on a second! BsS can be thrown? I think that's not one of your go-to reversals, I suppose. I've never seen that before. Now the BB hits. Oh, far slash. Not the pickup of choice, unfortunately. And here comes Vahva. Again, setting up the Genro-san for a very decent amount of damage. The alphas come through. Here's the DP. Ooh, ooh. Wow, okay, well, that's a combo and a half. DP once again, evading the throw. Vahvaloac is gonna have a burst here and chooses to use it. And he kinda had to. If Vahvaloac chose to hold the burst any longer, that could have been a kill. Again, dash in there. 6P on the BB, very low altitude. Oh, and whiff BB is so whiff punishable. The gold burst, what's it gonna be? No confirm out of that 6S. YRC gives DavidBsS the frame advantage, but doesn't manage to unfortunately capitalize on it.
Oh no, Tyson. Chip wins. Duel 3.
I think in a lot of these situations, David has sort of what looks like to me opted to play very safe in situations where they could kind of go a little harder. Ooh, the 2D out of all buttons tags out David's Bandit Revolver cancel. Command grab for a decent amount of damage, but now Vahvaloac 100 meter. This could potentially be it. This is counter hit into a very decent sized combo. Is it gonna be enough? Not quite. Yeah, you can't really get a super out of that wall. Chip no longer has that kunai super. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Oh, I think Vahvaloac can jump this. But again, 100 meter, RC, resulting in an... Wow, the TP hits from behind and into the wild grab. Wow. I can't believe it. David playing really, really wild and really flashy. But so far, has been finding, I guess, decent amount of purchase. I mean, that's the matchup. You can kind of... They say, I heard high-level Japanese players at the start of Strive saying that, you know, guys like Samito being like, all right, so this matchup, Soul versus Chip, if you're Soul, just never block, just swing wild, gamble, try to get the hit, because more often than not, especially if you're playing like a set like this, you are probably statistically gonna score the hit, and out of that hit, you're gonna score like 50% damage. You can afford to swing really wide and be super aggressive and still make it work out for you. It's the classic risk-reward. Nice, Vahvaloac sees that the slow startup of 6S is there. Oh, interesting, getting a little bit of a spike there. I hope this is only on the player's side. But slowly, seems like David adjusting more and more. However, how much can you adjust for the vertical the alpha plates? Nice whiff punish there. BB, BR. Can be tricky to punish, especially BB, but on whiff, a lot of those soul supers are quite whiff punishable. Ooh, drifts into the punish straight away to alphas. Doesn't quite manage to finish the round here, but one touch again. Ooh, that was very dangerous, especially the air BB. If it starts from the ground, it's a little faster on recovery, but from the air, it is a very hard commit. Now, Vahvaloac basically needs anything. I tried to be very cute there, missing a BB and straight into the next special move. BB return, but oh, misses the DP punish. That's a really big bummer for Soul, because that DP punish could potentially be around. Finds a gold burst though. Wow, Vahva dash up DP. And here we are going for a ride. Ooh, gets a wall break super early. That's usually not what you want, but you know, you'll have to run with it. It is what it is, and now did Vahva break the dash? No, 2K was active, and I think that's gonna go into wall break. Oh no, this time Vahvaloac doesn't find the timing, and this could be bad. 100 meter, has the RC, oh my god. I think, yo, hitting the DP from behind once again. Does he get the punish? Yes, he does. Wow, there was a lot of stuff in there. Hitting from behind from that DP, I think, so when you go for Alpha Blade, you are fairly vulnerable to all sorts of strikes. Now, David has been tagging that with, you know, stray 2S Abares and a couple of DP Abares. Like, as you are passing through invisible, you are invisible, but you are not invincible. You are still on the battlefield, and you're just, well, all mechanics that kind of look like teleports are never teleports mechanically in Guilty Gear. You're just moving super speed, and you can still be tagged out of that. Oh, the HMC again. 100 meter. Alright, and just chooses to escape it. Yeah, it can be tricky challenging Chip to these anti-air situations where they can go for the classic jump 2K. Even though the jump 2K no longer a god button that it used to be on release, it's still a dive kick, and it can throw off your anti-air timing. Ooh, big vortex, yeah. This is the kind of stuff that you will probably, you know, happily swing around against weaker characters. Not weaker in tier list sense, but weaker in terms of life. Oh my goodness, and David finds a hit once more. And he's gonna get the wall break as well. But now look at Vahvaloac's meter. No hard knockdown here, and Vahvaloac has so much to play with. And slowly David is starting to build their meter as well. Almost 50% on board. Oh my goodness! Able to snatch Vahva out of that. Was that a jump 2K? I think Vahva didn't quite get the optimal jump in that they were looking for. Now, wow, Vortex goes under. Oh, tried to be tricky there. 6S from Soul, not quite catching the Alpha Blade. DP baited. Ooh, not punished per se. Okay, another one. Wow, missing a lot of those. I think this HMC will actually work out though. Yeah, catches Vahva out of that far slash, and down you go. Wow, it was a really strong start for Vahvaloac, but David has been taking round after round after that. You know, going with the game plan that I was insinuating earlier, just swinging wild and, you know, taking those big damage hits wherever they can. Yeah, stuff like this. They might be thinking, you know, you're whiffing your Bandit Bringer, so it's my time to go for a whiff punish, but if you are late, you might get hit by a DP or, heaven forbid, the super that David threw out there. Alright. And spending the meter as well on the wall break. Get the positive bonus ticking. David finding a DP into a wild throw. Now this will, yeah, just choose to use the, oh my goodness. Gendro-san saying, alright, I'm done with this stuff. You're throwing a lot of special moves. No matter what you're gonna throw at, this Genrozan is gonna beat it. The only way to stay safe is to respect. And I mean, sometimes you kind of have to tell them to, you know, enough is enough. Alright, attempting to go for a throw. Ooh, this is a very nice starter. Unfortunately, drops it. DavidBsS has a lot of damage left. Hanging there. Oh, 6 heavy misses. And finds a good hit. Now, Vahvaloac doesn't have a burst here. Chooses to spend the meter, of course. Take it to the corner. Into... Oh, this will actually... I think this will kill. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That would have killed if David was able to switch sides and get the wall. But now Vahvaloac has one more chance to go. The BB missing. Both players, they know. One more hit. Again, there's the DP. Catching Vahva when they're crossing up. BRC sees the DP, aborts the sequence, and gets the round. Once again, Vahvaloac, 1 round lead. Wow. I think that's kind of a smart adjustment from Vahvaloac, because David has been throwing out those very wild options. So in case there was a DP coming, in case there was a Vortex coming, Vahva just dashing forward into the blue RC can sort of stop the time and check what is going on. Especially at the end of the round when you're not worried about, you know, the RC after this much more. You can really think, wow, that was so smart. Vahva actually dashing forward, making DavidBsS Bandit Revolver to the wrong direction. I think David wanted to go for that escape Tatsu, the makeshift air dash out of the corner, but ended up revolvering into the corner instead, into a full punish. And we'll find the kill with this combo. Wow, I still can't get over from that maneuver. That was so smart from Vahvaloac. It's also one of those things that you can't really premeditate for. Right, finds the DP. Oh, that's so difficult to whiff punish. Even that, the Bandit Revolver. Even when Soul players are whiffing that in your face, can be, oh, this will be a perfect whiff punish though. I think was buffering the super in case DavidBsS chose to jump in an easy to anti-air manner, but however, drop the combo here, reset into the corner, Vahvaloac dropping a combo as well, a lot of spaghetti on the floor. But no time to drop combos, next hit could be it. Oh no, Vahva misses the punish. David's still alive, and DP once again. DP has been such a game-winning choice here against those Gamma Blades. As to RC, yeah. Vahva knew that had to come. There was no question about it. If David wants to stay alive, they are gonna burst. So they chose to commit to a very long block until the burst has been drained out of David's potentially dead corpse. He was essentially dead already as long as Vahvaloac just, you know, plays it safe. Wow, barely able to avoid that BB. I mean, the hitbox is kind of downward hitting, so if you are next to Soul in the air or above Soul, it's not gonna hit that easily, I guess. All right. Taking a little bit closer to the corner. I think, ooh, was that a startup of RC? Now Vahvaloac will be able to get this wall break into neutral situation. Oh, shows the gamble after the 6S whiff with a DP. Not working out, but great chase. But we need one more. We need one more good hit, and Vahvaloac doesn't let David have it. Whew. From like 4-0 into 4-4 into 4-6 once again. Vahva standing at the very precipice of a win. One more to take it all. YRC, get off me. Oh, the Rekka 3 keeps skipping over the low profile poke. David tries to dash deep, but not deep enough. Vahvaloac was back dashing again, catching David, whipping a throw. Now David does have meter, and Vahvaloac will have to wait a while to build some resources. Vahva doesn't even have a burst here. So this is gonna be decent. Oh no, critical miss there. Tried to go for that. Uh-oh. Alright, we're safe. Wow, the jump slash ends up evading. Yo, both players swinging wild. But again, David can't afford to trade anymore. The DP, I mean, I guess you might as well wall burst against burst. Fights against hits. No, misses the conversion. And misses with the revolver as well. That is a shame. That would have been definitely around for DavidBsS. But at the critical moment, you know, it's natural, your nerves might get the best of you. You might drop that combo that allows you to stay alive. Valiant effort nonetheless. Wow. There were quite a few swings there. Like I said, Vahva had a very strong start. I feel like David gained a little bit of confidence somewhere in between, able to bring the situation back to even. But then Vahva's counter adjustment, I guess, yeah. Just all around well played by both players. All right, next up, moving on to the revenge match. So Golbargs, French May player, against the guy that you should all know by now if you've been watching me, Radune, one of the most longest standing participants of Bounty Hunters and the predecessor events of Bounty Hunters. From Exert to ACPR to Strive. There he is, the showman, Radune. Now looking to redeem themselves after, I forgot what the score was previously. I can actually check it before we start, so previously they played very even. I think, yeah, it was 6-7, and I think it might have been one of those last round, last hit kind of situations. So understandably, the players, especially the losing party here, Radune, might have been itching for a vengeance because it was so close. And yeah, we can all understand feelings of coming out of a matchup like that. You just want to get back in there super fast and show that, you know, I can do better. Maybe I'll go to lab a couple of options against your character, and, you know, then we'll see what's what. You know, fighting games are very amazing like that, that on a particular day, even if you lose against somebody, it is not convincing evidence. It's not definitive evidence that, all right, plus 1+1, I'm better than you. No, it depending on the performance, depending on preparation, depending on what kind of a groove the players are on that particular day, the results can be very different. That's the beauty of fighting games. And now we're gonna see how much Radune has been wanting to take this back. The overhead hits. Of course, Leo, a very wild character. Once you get small up, whoa! What did Radune counterpoke from Golbargs there? Was that a TK super? I think Radune committed to something there, getting hit from behind. Another just Guilty Gear things, hitboxes. Man, in what fighting game other than Guilty Gear do you see stuff like that? Just people hitting left and right from behind. That's, you know, that's my Guilty Gear. Radune scoring a decent hit, has the meter, and has the positive bonus. Oh, the first hit goes under, but, you know, has enough invo frames to power through. The reversal super from Leo is very active and very invulnerable for a long time. Alright, Golbargs taking it back with a very I want to say very modest corner combo for May. Of course, we all know what this brat is capable of. Here's the burst to fight for the last round. Understandably, oh, is it gonna? Oh no, the splash radius. God, I get hit by that as well. I have to say, I understand your pain there, Radune. supers that have very far back-reaching hitboxes when you think you can punish them, man, those belong in Guilty Gear as well. You know, have you been in the lab? Have you been like labbing a punish when the opponent's back is against you? If you haven't, then I guess you haven't lapped all the potential situations. Guilty Gear is that game, the information game, where you need to be ready for everything. Or even if you're not ready for everything, you better be the Freestyle Master 2002. Sorry, 2022. Close enough. Either way, Golbargs taking that round. But Radune, as per usual, doesn't look phased at all, and you know, you probably can't even face this man. Their nerves are steel. They will, wow, they will throw you if you let them, and into the right direction as well. Now Radune, dick throwing out of a 2D. How crazy is this guy? Finds an overhead into the super, and that's light alt for Golbargs this round. Man, I think May can even punish that, because you... I think May's... What's May's 5-frame button? Is it 2P or 5P? I think it's 2P. Yeah, maybe it's hard, because like what you're looking for when you're punishing 2D, you want a 5-frame button that reaches as far as possible. So like, I guess Axel 2K is the most optimal kind of a button that you want to have. But you can get away with a button that has a little less reach. Right, Radune getting around in their name, and again throwing into the right direction. Here we go, Gold Burst, very important, get out of there. You very much would love to Leo not be in your face, because it's exactly where this character gets their victory condition unlocked. I think I saw the commit to 5k, so not able to back turn D. That's super unfortunately. Into the corner, here we go, footsies. The back turn B, such an amazing anti-air. A little too far. Radune has the meter to cancel out a bit. Oh no, the timing of the strike out of that parry stance didn't come out fast enough, and Golbargs able to sneak in a throw in there. Ooh, finds a big hit, and here we go. Jungle Drums go into the power bomb. And here we go once again, the back turn heavy, unreactable basically, as far as I'm concerned. Ooh, how's this? Does Radune have the punish? Kinda, I feel like they did, but the timing wasn't quite there. Now Radune still has a little bit of life to spare here, but not too much. After this wall break, the next hit should be it if Golbargs chooses to burn the meter. Radune has the burst available though, so there's that. Yeah, tried to sort of, I feel like might have been trying to bait that flash kick from Radune, but you know, when you commit to that forward dash or back dash in the air, you won't be able to block for a couple of frames. So that was the moment that Radune unleashed the BP and got the hit. Here dancing around, ooh, nice dead throw timing there. Radune finding their way out of the corner, ooh, into the corner, back we go. Tried to go for a flash pick, but no. Throws in this game will call out DPs. Radune dancing around. Oh, has to burst there. Yeah. If Golbargs didn't burst before, that super was coming out of Radune, they would have died right there. Now, yeah, I guess chose to RPS with the super there would have been really comfortable to sort of power through that heavy projectile for Golbargs if they had 100 meter, but with that 50, unfortunately, since Radune was respecting getting punished, and Radune taking the lead 2-1 now. Oh, that was so tricky. Crossing up, Radune not happy about that, just going straight into the DP. And the DP, the flash kick for Leo, such a nice tool, will basically start your victory condition. This is like what you need. You just want to be in back turn, next to the opponent, mix high-low throw, and yeah, that's what this animal is about. And as you can see, it works pretty well. Also, howdy guys from Mackerel stream. Hope you had a nice tournament. Welcome to Bounty Hunters. We are on our second match today. Radune, Leo versus Golbargs, May. This is a revenge match. They met previously, I think, something like 5 months ago. I'm pulling that number out of my ass, but this will be a revenge opportunity for Radune to bring it back. It was a nail biter last time. Gets the gold burst. Ooh, Golbargs has the perfect timing on the air dash. That's exactly what you want to do against against grounded fireballs. Get that air dash in, get that big counter hit, and get the damage. Yeah, even if you don't see fireballs from Leo all that often, Leo not known for their super strong fireballs, it is still an option, and you know, Leo players, if they can, they will throw out that heavy fireball. So the instant air dash RPS will be on board. Oh, I think, yeah, Radune has to burst this. That was a very good starter. That would have been the end of him. Uh-oh, whipping the back turn D into a punish for Golbargs. Bringing it even to each. I don't want to say too much too soon, but the history seems to be so far repeating itself. They are very neck to neck. Last time we ended up in that 6-6 situation. Last round, last game. Oh wow, both players taking the big chunk of butter, and now Radune putting it into good use. The ping pong combo, get the wall stick, and the super. Man, you don't really often see combos hitting for that much for you know, Leo. Leo is much more about, ooh, was able to break the step dash and finds the DP as well. Here we go, back turn, finds the low. Not quite the combo though. Oh wow, the back turn B was a little too late, even though that's like one of the strongest anti-airs in the game. It's usually when you can get that back turn B out, it should do the job, but you know, Golbargs was already too deep in there. Here's the heavy fireball, gets the cross up, sort of a mix up. Right, the Golbargs gold burst is good. And since Radune doesn't have a burst here, this will be... Oh, I actually like that. Whether that was a combo drop or a reset attempt, I do like that. Not taking the wall break necessarily and keeping the position. Now the super works out for Radune. Doesn't get into close proximity to mix up perfectly, but we are in there. Good check there. Doesn't let Radune step dash in for free, and that should be it. Indeed. Wow, that far slash. Although, it's kind of hard for me to say which one is far slash and which one is 5 heavy for Leo, because those buttons look same, but I mean, I guess they're like fairly interchangeable. Anyway, Radune finding a decent hit once again, pushing Golbargs to the corner. Very nice escape there. Just the classic jump out, air dash, and if they're not ready to sort of intercept you or air throw you, you're good. Yeah, I entertained the idea for the while that May's 5-day might have clashed there with Leo's super. Oh my god, Radune, are you kidding me? And into the command grab as well. This man is a beast. Baits the burst as well. God, somebody stop him. How many 5Ds was that in a row? That's criminal. You can't do that. Didn't your mom teach you manners? That is -5. What a guy. But I mean, as long as your opponent is not committing to the punish, I mean, it is sort of a commitment, because 2D from Leo is only -5 on block, so unless they're ready to go for a frame-perfect 5-framer, it's gonna be left unpunished. And sometimes, I know players, maybe sometimes myself included, I feel like, you know, I might be too far away, or I might not feel that I can get that frame perfect button, and I think they're also gonna be DPing afterwards. So sometimes you might actually not try to punish it, but optimally, you should try to definitely go for it whenever you can. Yo, what a whiff punish there. The 5 heavy, such a classic for May. Skid gets the Berserker slash through. Radune mixing it up in the corner. Now what's the play here? Try to probably jump out the fast wall break. Ooh, very nice RPS there from Golbargs. When the parry stance is active, you don't wanna necessarily swing into it. In that situation, Leo can kind of choose to hold it and wait for you to strike into it, or they can sort of let it rip if they think that you're gonna sort of empty jump in there. Now Radune with their last burst. Next hit is gonna be crucial. Next hit will do it. 100 meter. What are we gonna do? Oh no! Tried to cover up distance and break the dash. But the multi-hitting projectile from Leo ends up chipping Golbargs out. Overhead hit kiss towards the corner. Getting wall broken a little earlier than they might have wanted, but you know, we're in a good position for Golbargs. Building that meter, spending it, and still, this should be it. Yes, indeed. And once again, they are even 3 each. Oh my goodness. Yo, give me that gamer juice, the healthy gamer juice, the green tea. All right. Whew. All right, get the throw. The gold bursts have been hitting pretty accurately, I want to say, in this set. For both players, but especially for Golbargs. Oh no, the back turn D was active still. Throw shield into the shield. If you're not ready to press a button, you might get caught. That's another point of contestation you might not want to make. Sometimes people, when they see the first back turn D, they just, you know, wait for the second one and choose to punish that one instead, because unless you're specifically reading it, it might be hard to react in time, because that next back turn D can come out very, very fast. Oh, here's the punish though. 5 heavy counter hit in the corner. Ow, oof, ouch, my bones. Yeah, that's meterless conversion for 70. That's quite a lot of damage. And Radune is not gonna have a burst here, so ooh, combo drop though. We'll have a chance. Berserker slash through. This could be the starting of a comeback. The 5k recharge, not recharges, what's the word? Recovers so fast and lets Radune go for the back turn D. Now has 100 meter, can extend this pressure. Very nice jump out from Golbargs. Wow. Able to get out of there. I mean, it was initially Golbargs' round, so stealing back the round that they lost earlier. That's the name of the game. Sometimes there's throw and there's counter throw. Not every round is perfect. Alright, just opting to jump out in there and not play the RPS after 2D. There we go, there's the punish. But again, you know, maybe the Stubby 2P being her only 5-framer, I'm not actually sure what can May get out of that. There might actually not be any relevant punishes for May, right? Unless 2P goes into 3k. I can't remember if it does. She can do slide? Yeah, that would be the only potential conversion. Now baiting the burst, baiting that throw there. Radune is all over. Is this gonna carry deep into the corner, get the wall break? Yes, indeed. So very nice value here for Radune. What's the mix-up gonna be? Yeah, Radune knew it. He knew the reversal super was gonna be there. And when you have the hunch, you might as well commit. Because that took quite a bit of commitment there from Radune to completely sack their own defense afterwards. Potentially. If Golbargs was not to use the super, that is. Right, playing footsies, the back turn S. Very decent hitbox from very far away. Golbargs finding the way in. A very quick wall break. Both players with the burst, but it is Radune that chooses the wing. Extra wild. Let's see the punish into 5D. Radune will have to find a burst or not. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the RPS here, the reads and the counter reads. Golbargs basically knew that Radune knew that they were gonna be dead, so chose to abort their combo. But as a result, oh, the 5 heavy! gets in there before the projectile. Trust in your button. The button has quite a bit of disjoint, so... Oh, I like that from Radune. Not flinching, not reacting on the anti-air, but checks that, yeah, Golbargs is gonna air dash over me, so I'll take it. I'll just chill here and throw on the landing. Dashes through, switches the positions. Who gets away with the double backturn shield? Swinging wild again. The burst has been played. Golbargs potentially not gaining access to their burst here, and Radune is on 100. Is this gonna be enough? Oh my god, is it gonna kill? I think it will. It will get the wall break. No! 1 hit point, 1 uno. But yeah, there we see Radune was immediately transitioning into the long range game plan. Even though you don't see Leo players swinging that S Sonic Boom very often, at that moment when you only need one, it is basically Leo's fastest full screen reaching poke, and I think we're getting a disconnect here. Maybe one day Arxes will fix us, the lobbies. Oh, never mind. All right, we're still in there. All right. Second matchup of the evening, and my voice is already showing signs of deterioration. It's okay. One way or another, we're gonna get through tonight. I'll just have to have to chill a little. I know Radune is gonna swing wild here and there. There's gonna be some holy shit moments, but we'll have to control my excitement. All right, so we were left at 4-4. Diving back into it. Ooh, the 5 heavy. Checking Radune's 2D here. Switching sides again, finds the feed. What's it gonna be? High or low? Very hard to react to. Golbargs finally able to snake their way out of that pressure. No 50 meter to break this wall. Radune has 50. Oh, what's it gonna... Sorry, 100. What's it gonna be? The 5 heavy from May works as a makeshift anti-air. Radune doesn't want to take that. Not in the corner. Play the DP. Oh, this is gonna whip this. Ah! Is the burst gonna be there? No, this time. This time also chooses to hold it. Yeah, that would have been a kind of a dangerous burst. Every time when you're in that situation where you don't have enough life to like survive 1 or 2 more hits, you're gonna have to burst immediately, which could make your burst extremely predictable. But now Radune scoring straight hit after another one. The parry strength's like, ooh, the classic. Here we go. Oh, tried to be extremely cheeky there. But I think for the most part, Golbargs, oh my goodness. I think Golbargs committed to the forward dash out of the corner. But the hurt box of May still too wide and got hit by the super on the way out. Here we go, just reset it into the beach ball for some plus frames. And the DP baited. Oh no. That was potentially a dead. But the early wall break will actually bail Radune out of there for just a second. Alright, Golbargs in the lead once again. That's sort of unfortunate for May, I guess, when you finally manage to land like a 5 heavy as a counter hit or some sort of a, you know, airborne hit. You get to unleash that 70% damage and then the wall just breaks immediately. But I mean, hey, that's how it is. The wall will still take damage when you are mid-screen. It's kind of an unintuitive mechanic in a sense, but it's not too crazy. What is crazy though is that Golbargs was jump heading into the wrong direction. Calling out the command grab from Radune with a super, and now Radune has so much juice. Oh no, confirm. Oh, Golbargs still has a chance. Spending the 50 here. RC the DP. And finds the round. Alright. Wow. That would have been a tragic accident. I guess, like some far range conversions, you might not be ready to RC on time. And I think for Leo, maybe like from full maximum range Rekka 1 RC, you might not get a clean conversion. I'm not sure. Either way, here's a kill for Golbargs. At this point will actually be fairly crucial here. If Radune takes it, they're 5 even. If Golbargs takes it, they get into that very important 6-win position where Radune can't make a mistake anymore. But Radune not phased at all, choosing to just DP, showing that they're still ready to go, ready to gamble, and ready to show the big heart. However, this combo will be big as well. The 50 meter to break the wall. Radune has to choose to RPS, and RC as well, and that they do. But the tension is gonna be building. Oh my goodness, yeah, that hit had a lot of potential there. And now we are potentially going to a situation where Golbargs, well, essentially what Golbargs has here is a fairly comfortable buffer of 3 games. Golbargs only needs 1 out of 3. Radune needs 3 in a row. Ooh, good air-to-air, but I think those air-to-air hits for Leo are not the easiest in the world to hit confirm. Uh-oh. Ooh. There's so much damage out of just those close slashes. And bursting those close slashes is kind of dangerous. I can feel that Radune might have been wanting to burst it, but they just couldn't like afford to very easily. Here's the throw, comes out of the stance, and gets the wall break. Now back to neutral with relatively same amount of meter for now, but Radune is gonna be building a lot. There we go. Finds the back turn S. A very comfortable, safe distance away. Even if Golbargs had the 50 meter to super there, I think that... Does that have disjoint? I'm fairly sure it does have disjoint. At least it had in Exert. Golbargs finding a very nice anti-air. Full screen, corner carry. And 30% damage as well. Jump D in there. Ooh, Golbargs not letting that jump D slide. And now Golbargs on set point. Radune will absolutely need this dash forward goal burst. Trying to get the early advantage, but it doesn't work out for Radune. Now Radune in a pinch. Has the super to break this. And Radune on their last legs, they will need a miracle. Luckily for Radune, I think Golbargs missed their air dash there. But it does not matter. Finds the big anchor and finishes the round. Sorry, the set 7-4. Damn. But it did. The set here had quite a few back and forth moments. Like a lot of the rounds were really down to the last hit. There were some crucial drops. Crucial counter drops and even counter drops. But hey, that's how it goes in fighting games. And Golbargs once again comes out victorious for the 2nd time in a row and sort of solidifying their, I guess their mutual, what do you call that? Pecking order is the analogy that Finnish people would use. Anyway, next up, we got a couple of newcomer games coming up a couple of times in a row. We got RhagTheDucktle, getting my tongue in a twist, against ACIDG. Wow, that's a mouthful. Or is it ACIDG? Can I cheat? Can I say that? I think it's not supposed to be that though. queuing up the prediction as well. There we go. For all you gamblers out there, place your bets. ACDC? I'm not kidding. My tongue kind of wants to go that route, but you know, it's I don't want to butcher my players' names too much, at least. All right, Rag versus ACIDG in a matchup that I don't think, have I ever even watched this matchup on a tournament level or a event? I don't think I have. Like a couple of not the most common characters, but we have a pretty decent, I do like that we do have pretty decent representation for Faust, especially in Europe. And so far, Rag has been able to build that risk to the max. Scoring the instant overhead, not getting a clean conversion, but it doesn't matter as long as we can keep the ball rolling. Axel is not one of those characters with the best defensive options. Well, I guess, are we allowed to say that anymore? Because the new 2K for Axel is quite a button. It is 5-frame, low profile, sort of far-reaching 5-frame button that is honestly not too bad. It's like, other than that, you don't have a whole lot of other options to play with, other than the universal mechanics, of course. But in terms of, you know, I guess Axel bleeds fairly. Axel bleeds fairly easily, as we can see here. Rag making some pretty decent fast work of our Axel player here. Right, the classic crown start. Yeah, I wonder if the name of the game in this matchup will definitely be how do the footsie interactions go? I would say that Axel definitely has the range advantage, but you know, Axel's buttons are way more committal than Faust, and Faust doesn't have very like low range either. And Rag finding the burst, able to be somewhat safe here. ACIDG with so much meter to play with. Throwing the big afro. Ooh, YRC is on board and snags ACIDG out of the sky. Here we go once again. Able to make it. I think that's safe, right? In a lot of situations, mix is, or mix, depending on how it hits, can be safe, can be punishable. But I guess because I am uncivilized fool, I won't exactly be able to tell 100% when it is and when it's not. Yo, that was a sick 2S anti-air. And Faust has always been that character who has, like, pretty much the most anti-airs in the whole game, but it comes with a price. You do have to sort of like a choose the tool for the job. Again, the super YRC, a very nice tool available for characters who have very slow reversals, Faust being one of those. Can cancel the super startup before the 50 meter is spent. And ACIDG with their last bitch, did I just say last bitch effort? Last ditch effort, wow. I think that's some sort of a Freudian slip. What kind of a last ditch is last bitch effort? Is it like you play a super safe option and hope to get out of an impossible situation? Wow, I have to actually meditate upon that. That's a great term. I'll get back to you guys on that. Either way, throwing meteors. And since it's drive, they come up very fast. You get a sort of an instant mix-up left-right from that meteor. Oh, that was very ambiguous for Rag there, extending into the bomb with 6 heavy. The 2S misses. Like we said earlier, the committal nature of Axel's buttons, especially when it comes to their anti-airs. If you go 2S, 6K, 5B, those buttons can't really catch opponents from their optimal ranges, but if you end up missing with those, yeah, depending on your opponent's position, they can be very, very whiff punishable. Oh my god! And speaking of, Axel does have a lot of, you know, not disjointed Dhalsim kind of buttons. You can often enough, unless we're talking about like jump slash or what are some other moves, a lot of Axel's buttons do actually have a hurt box all the way through the chain. Ooh, doesn't get the wall break there. Missing with the reversal, the finishing super. Still gets the wall break though, and Rag has a very decent life lead, as well as a meter lead here. Uh-oh, I think Rag's safe, right? No, they committed to something. The full screen, command grab, switches positions. Oh, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Let me fix that. So there we go. That should be the right name, unless I have dyslexia, which I of course do, as well as every other ailment that you can imagine. I'm double checking. Yeah, it should. I think it should be okay. Okay. All right, vacuuming in. Oh, again, finding that. Yeah, that was a punish on landing recovery, I think. You can use that situation in so many different ways. Ooh, almost getting an opportunity to combo out of that Afro explosion. It's gonna explode sooner or later. ACIDG trying to find their way out desperately, but Rag has been relentless in corner. I think so far, not a single escape opportunity has presented itself for ACIDG. Oh, very deep dash, 6B, able to evade the 6K from Axel again. Like I said, very committal buttons from Axel, and now here comes the damage. That's a very respectable. Oh wow, okay. Wait a second, did the item throw actually end up screwing up the wall break there? Interesting. Coming from above, RC not able to get a button in there. Uh-oh. Oh, so close, not quite able to combo. Yeah, I hear from a lot of Axel players that the Horde of Mini Fausts is actually fairly hard to combo off of. It kind of screws up your, you know, gravity scaling and your combo scaling in general. Alright, Rag. 2 points. ACIDG 1 point. Here we go. Utilizing that jump slash to its full extent. Ooh, but that's a very good response. Rag dashes very deep, goes for the anti-air from below. And now we're in the corner, and this has been the basically checkmate situation for Rag every single round. Even though they lost the corner position, look at this, just going coast to coast. Oh my goodness! And the safe jump on top of that. Yo, ACIDG just can't find a way out. Wow, just close last pressure. Is this so bad, guy? Or Faust? I can't tell. It kind of looks like Faust at the moment. But I mean, it is Rag is essentially cashing out on all that respect that they've been able to gather so far. Have been keeping their pressure fairly tight. Oh my goodness, was that a cross-up? Please tell me that was not a cross-up. It kind of looked like one, but I guess we'll never know. That mix-up was so explosive that the game is gonna kick us out. I mean, if you tell me, I would not bet money against that setup not being a cross-up. That looked so amphibious. Oh my goodness. All right. So we're gonna unfortunately lose one game here, but we're still pretty early to the set. So no worries, you're gonna see more Axel versus Faust action. But man, I gotta say, so far the pressure from RhagTheDucktle, super relentless. I guess it's as an Axel player, you to a certain extent don't want to risk too much on defense either. But you know, in the end, it is Guilty Gear, so you eventually have to pick your choice of escapes sooner or later. And in Guilty Gear especially, you might want to make it sooner, because the longer you're just sitting there watching what they're doing, especially if they're running with those pressure resets that Rag has been running with consistently, they're gonna crank up your risk bar, and then the next hit you take is gonna be worse and worse. This game is super close, both players with one round in their name. And it's ACIDG who actually has the lead. Oh, I kind of wanted to see them make the counter adjustment, or see how they fare in this situation. Even if we are not super deep into the set, every one of us who has been there in a tight tournament, in an exhibition event like this, once the opponent starts building a little bit of momentum, it can creep in on you very fast, and you can start doubting yourself. That's when that's basically when your competitive championship mentality will step in, and that's where, you know, you have to decide, are you gonna perish like a dog, or are you gonna come back from that potentially bad mind state? Some players can't, some players have been there from time and time again and have mastered the art of the mental warfare. Please don't tell me I got kicked out again. Okay, we're good. Everybody chill, we're good. So 4 points for Rag, 1 on the board for ACIDG. It seems also that Rag is able to find their way in extremely consistently. It's like, even though the range advantage is essentially in Axel's side, it's just, you know, wow, what a hit. The go-to reversal technique for Rag. And gets the cross up as well. Still has the afro, lights it on fire, instant overhead. The combo breaker. Kinda working out for Axel still there. ACIDG, even though they got exploded by the afro afterwards, were able to sort of secure a position where you go back to neutral instead of, you know, Rag being able to maintain their position. So that was a very good challenge there from ACIDG. But now here's Rag with their pressure once again. Far slashing away, close slashing away, all the buttons in the world. This will go into pretty decent amount of damage. Even Faust can do big numbers like this as soon as you have a little bit of risk applied. Has to RC here to be safe and be able to continue the pressure. Jump slashes. One of the best ways to keep the opponent out, but you know, Wow, what a maneuver! Dodges the command grab with the teleport. It might have been the action that Rag already had queued up without actually seeing that ACIDG was going for it, but you know, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say that was the sickest read I've ever seen. Barely missing with the finisher, and Rag, oh my goodness, gets there with mix really fast from above once again. RC, close range pressure, the close slash. I think it's not plus. Faust is definitely not one of the characters who has close slash that is plus on block, or is it? I think it's not plus. It's not plus, right? Oh, finds the gold burst, but again, oh, you have to react so damn fast. If they're not coming from above, they're gonna manifest next to you super close, and you know, the RC throw, it's wham bam, couple of frames, and if you're not already pressing a button or, you know, jumping out or queuing up a counter throw of your own, you're gonna get thrown. And especially in a situation where you have 0 life to spend, that is one of the nicer gambits to finish the rounds with. It's what I keep saying every time. If you have a trick that consistently lands a small amount of damage, you want to play those at the end of the round. Supposing that those are also the options that spend meter. Alright, finds the long, reaching too heavy. And this should be it, right? No, not quite. Even the OGG does not do it. RC from above once again. Oh my god, and that's gonna be enough. Rag once again steals the round from ACIDG. Holy shit. But man, the way that Rag has been able to sort of establish a position where, you know, the opponent just doesn't dare to press a button against this. You know, the close slash, of course, there is a frame trap option, but I mean, if your opponent doesn't press a button often enough, then why not go for the pressure reset? Why not rack in some extra risk? Ooh, that was a very risky escape, Tatsu. Luckily for ACIDG, Rag sort of missed their meaty there, but right backing there, spend the meter, get the throw, instant overhead, sort of. Is that gonna be enough? Yes, it is. Oh my god. I gotta say, where do these Portuguese god Fausts come from? I know, like, I want to say I know at least 2, but I mean in a sense, was that 7 already? I might have been miscounting the score for Rag. I think that was 7. No. You don't have to play the game. I think I actually counted that, but I might have miscounted 1. So yeah, I think it's 7. So you guys are good. Yeah, man. Portuguese Faust players really do be hitting different. Not quite able to get the ball rolling as you would have wanted as Axel. Yeah, it can be hard when you're facing a character who has like pretty decent buttons to sort of contest yours. And when they're so active at doing it as well. Whew. All right, jumping into the next one. Couple of 2 new, or next pair of newcomers. We got Nanashi, a Russian Kai player, also dabbles a little bit in Testament. As many of us do. Let me quickly fix the overlay. Hope this name is not too long. Wham bam. Perfect. Nanashi's opponent here today. AverageMilliaFan, an Armenian Millia player. Let's see how he goes. This was a prediction for you. Alright, so Kai, mid-screen, not necessarily a lot of damage, but in this position, Kai can really make Millia melt. And, you know, Millia being the top 2 sort of squishiest characters in the game, even if you get like a 1-2 into RTL and break the wall, those conversions are gonna hurt quite a bit on Millia. So Millia's sort of ace card in a lot of matchups is her mobility, being able to sort of especially go for whiff punishes from half screen away and being able to bait those preemptive buttons, kind of the same way as Chip. Sometimes you just have to preemptively try to fish, try to poke, and make the super fast characters.
Scene on stream.
Sorry? Hi.
You need to switch the scene.
Oh, sorry. Oh, thanks about that.
No problem.
Oh my god. So much stuff to do on your own. Anyway, so that one. Thanks to Rygand for letting me know. Anyway, so first round for AverageMilliaFan, but Nanashi taking the corner. This will, yeah, YRC, very good option here. And it's just able to reverse the situation. All right. Whew, let me take a breather. Huh, that makes me embarrassed. I haven't done that in a long while, but I mean, happens to the best of us and the worst of us. Anyway. Ooh, that was so great. On the back air dash, still finding the elbow of the king, the 6P. Check with 2P, trying to keep Millia in the corner. All means necessary. That's basically the best position to sort of end this. Ooh, I think this was a backdash, but still ends up hitting. Yeah, that was a great read. Spending a lot of meter on the movement. Kind of had to there, because I mean, it's a tough decision to make. Do you spend meter to sort of cover for sort of like an option, RC option select for some of your wilder pokes that are likely to miss, or are you just hunting for that one stray hit that you can then RC into a full combo? Ooh, dashing under the flip kick. Here we go. Shock state. Nice use of FD. Able to push Kai far away. Ooh, that's a very interesting punish. I think average Millia player had already committed to a jump in there, but able to sort of make the best out of the worst situation and still land a jump heavy punish. Get the wall break with the super. This will drain basically all of average Millia players. Yeah, just go for the safest option. If Nanashi wanted to go for RTL or DP, that would have definitely called it out. The flip kick without shock state is gonna be slightly minus for Kai, but you know, Kai has very, very decent options afterwards with his far-reaching 2K as well as 2P. So depending on who you're playing against and depending on the range they end up after the flip kick, it might be kind of difficult to challenge afterwards. But average Millia player, average Millia fan, finding all the tools necessary to make it work. Wow, that was from half screen away. I mean, the S tandem top is a pretty, is it called tandem topping game in this game? Either way, the S disc, sort of a very long range poke, but very committal as well, because it is super punishable and kinda, it is a fast on startup at least. Wow, still gets the wall break. And now Nanashi does have a lot of meter to potentially go for a half screen RTL connection or combo. This is gonna be, I don't think yet, this is not quite gonna be enough, and not able to build the tension for the super either. And now AverageMilliaFan ready to unleash all of that juice before Nanashi is able to. Wow, yeah. Look at that. Even though Millia does have quite stubby buttons, the fast movement speed, the micro dash gets her in range. Try to dash under. That's such a good idea against the air fireball, but that time the arc of the fireball didn't quite allow for it, and into the big cash out. I think AverageMilliaFan will get a burst. No, just ends up just before the burst becomes available. But in the best case scenario, I think AverageMilliaFan doesn't want a burst here either. Good reaction. Transitioned into the close slash anti-air Millia. And knocking Kai out of the sky. Not quite able to get the punish. Yeah, the S-disc on block is, I think, fairly punishable. Nanashi still looking to get on the board. The backdash. Sorry, the air backdash jump S. Very good tool for protecting your airspace. Overall, that jump slash is such a nice button for, you know, sort of far range air-to-air situations. And why not as a jump in as well when you're not quite close enough for the jump heavy. Nanashi getting the last burst off, but they're already so low on health. Using the FD, pushing away, not willing to take any chip damage. Here's the YRC. Nanashi was kind of baiting for it, but the perfect timing from AverageMilliaFan. It's not over yet. Oh, flash! Sorry, the split kick again past crouching Millia. I wonder if Millia is a little shorter than many other characters crouching, because Nanashi has been flipping over AverageMilliaFan for almost over half of the flip kicks so far. But I mean, that special move also maintains your momentum, so if you're, oh my goodness, using Mirage to go through the fireball, that was kind of cute. Into the throw, here we go, and what's it gonna be? Overhead, into a low, gets hit, cashes out. Oh, able to land and get the over. Wow, okay, hitting from behind. I mean, that's one thing that Kai's DP does pretty well. It does not hit below, it's very vulnerable against being low profile, but it does hit above and beyond. Both players being extremely respectful, seeing who hits it first. Oh, that was a cute idea, but unfortunately, Kai's fireball after the patch recovers much faster than it used to. Wait, was that the change? I think that was the change. Finds a far slash, get a little bit of a conversion. Now the lightning, the shock state has been applied. Tries to go for the 5D once again, but this time AverageMilliaFan says, no, I've seen that before, not again. You're not gonna be able to cash out max this time. Get a wall break, and both players have a lot of meter to spend here. This could still go either way. Finds a jump slash, yeah, burst it. Doesn't want to get cornered, but no. Ooh, this will be bad. Yo, that was such an important 5P to make. If AverageMilliaFan gets to continue that pressure, they had the bonus. They could have made like 2 extra RCs there, and Nanashi would have not been able to play for the rest of the round. But still, I mean, they got to play once, so better than not being able to play at all. Oh my goodness, Nanashi, you dog. I think they committed to the quotations anime dash. Kai players, do they want that one thing? Kai players, they want that one thing, and it's disgusting. But then again, who doesn't? I set up on the close slash. This time, the reversal throw works. Here we go. Fighting for that one big hit once again. Good 2P. Doesn't manage to convert, but it's okay. Building enough distance to be able to get a jump off, and now breaking the wall with a super of their own. This will be so bad for Nanashi. Will have to take this safe jump. Might have been trying to backdash out or reversal, not sure, but AverageMilliaFan continues to plow through. 4 straight wins so far. Again, immediate. Wow! AverageMilliaFan, what's with this reach? Dashing under the far slash with Mirage into an immediate burst bait. Wow. But again, Kai DP, very good at hitting those cross-ups. but doesn't manage to... Yo, what is that movement? That was kind of cool. All right, into jump heavy Oki we go. OTG, not quite enough. But was that a safe jump setup? Yeah, AverageMilliaFan didn't commit. A very Digi-like movement. Air back dash into air forward dash. If they flinch with an anti-air, you might actually be able to come back, air dash back and catch them. But now, first very big conversion from Nanashi. Wow. Yeah, we need more of those. That's sort of how you kill Chip and Millia in this game. That's a good starter. Sorry, the starter of your game plan, that is. Not a combo starter. But AverageMilliaFan scores the disc Oki, tries to reset. Not landing the hit. FD once again pushing the Lost Taker far away, but not able to get out of this corner position. AverageMillia player cashing out on the respect 2 in a row. Third was going for a frame trap. But man, relentless with the Oki. And if you sort of play the disc Oki as a disc Oki into a throw setup, I think you actually get the full setup again. Good call out on the air fireball there. Dash deep into 2K, catch the landing, and now we mix once again. Ooh, that was a little shaky looking there. The disc went really far. Wow, again that setup. You don't see some of these less used options very often. So, and I mean, Millia as a player is also one of those, you know, sorry, as a character is one of those characters that you don't necessarily see all that often. So when you see like super rare setup from a Millia player, you might not necessarily know immediately like what is exactly the right answer here, right? I mean, that's an escape Tatsu too, right? That counts. What's it gonna be? The overhead hits. Ooh, interesting. Wait, that was not a clash, but I mean, on air hits, you do push your opponent back quite a bit, so air blocking DPs is not as advantageous in this game as in the previous ones. Now, potentially the last disc setup. Nanashi able to get a button in, but not a clean conversion. Oh, yeah, committing. The first hit clashing, but I wonder, it might have been that AverageMilliaFan was just, you know, pressing the button with the force of 10,000 suns, and Nanashi wasn't quite comfortable with their clash timing there. Might have been also trying to cancel into like 2K instead. That's often what happens when you, as the attacker, you kind of want to run your block string, and then your next button on the string is gonna be a heavier button, whereas your opponent is pressing like you know, they might be 2 PPPing. So if it clashes, they're obviously gonna get the faster button out first. Alright, choosing to spend the burst here into a really nice conversion. Yeah, that burst definitely worked out. But now AverageMilliaFan has so big of a lead. A lot of plus frames here from the flip kick, and finds a good starter. Yeah, flip kick also a very nice starter, especially if you catch your opponent airborne. Working on a really good round here. Nanashi finally slowly starting to wake up, turning on the heat. Uh-oh, AverageMilliaFan finds a really nice anti-air. Very considerable damage in terms of Millia scale. Ooh, OTG 2P into cross-up into a throw. Interesting. Baits the DP from half screen away. This doesn't go into a super, alright? Nanashi still getting one more chance, plus frames. Very important 6P. Oh, although that was not a kill. Oh, dangerous, danger, danger. I can't believe that was exactly 1 hit point. Once again. Oh man, I wonder if there was a... I guess there was nothing to do. That was the optimal combo ender as well in that situation. I'm not sure if there's an OTG option for Kai. Uh-oh. The burst bait. AverageMilliaFan is on set point here, so this could potentially be the last mix-up that they have to run. Really nice challenge there. Oh no, but I think I saw the startup of a fireball committing to that Nanashi, but AverageMilliaFan just all over, gets there just in time, and that essentially was the tail of the tape for a lot of these neutral interactions. AverageMilliaFan just using the fast, ultra fast movement speed of Millia to whiff punish, to be in awkward places, to find the angles, and yeah. That's pretty much what the Millias wanna do to you. But I think Nanashi did say that they have been taking a little bit of a break as well from Strive recently before Testament, so it was good showing. All right, so we're jumping into the next matchup right away. Sorry, I'm slow. So Gamma Axel versus
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Fission Jacko. Give me a moment, I'll fix the prediction, and then we can get started. Alright, so two players who used to be both Jacko players, and now Gamma has been rocking with the Axel for a while, so I think it's fair to say that they should know the ins and outs of their opponent's character here. So, wow, look at this pressure! Holy shit! And the damage as well. I think that's the most beautiful Jacko corner sequence I've ever seen. Speaking of players who have been away for a while, Fission, a player that's coming back after small, I guess, hiatus from Bounty Hunters, and wow, right from the get-go, from the first round, we are seeing some pressure stuff. Oh, here we go once again. Where's the gap? Try to challenge that jump out with far 5P, finally finding a hit out. Now here's the big question, how do... Ooh, big counter hit. And Fission wants to play this still. I think that's okay. Gamma does have a lot of meter to spend, so yeah, spends it on YRC immediately. We are at a chip range here and manages to get a snipe. Yeah, when we go back to neutral, I wonder how this is gonna work out. So usually Jacko matchups, if you are able to sort of take out your minions, throw them uncontested, and on top of that, if the opponent does not have like super good buttons to sort of intercept those minions coming at you, or you know, decent buttons to snipe them on the ground, it can be hard to play against Jacko. But luckily, like there are not a lot of characters in the game that Jacko has like super good button interactions against, or rather, let me say this in another way. Not a whole lot of characters in this game don't have the buttons to at least RPS her one way or another. I mean, obviously you have your Nagos who sort of struggle to find the necessary buttons. You have your, I guess, what are Jacko's best matchups? Potemkin is a good one, right? And Leo, maybe? I forgot. Don't take my word for it. Either way, this is Axel versus Jacko, and we're gonna see what Gamma can do here. We're again in this corner position, running the pressure to their heart's content. Man, Jacko is definitely not a character that does a lot of damage. Generally, I would say, especially mid-screen, it's gonna be, unless Jacko spends 50 meter on that super, she's not gonna do a whole lot. But looking how Fission runs the corner pressure, able to build the risk and then score a very nice starter. Let's see it once again. Yeah, look at that. That's a lot of damage. That's like soul damage, albeit it's of, you know, a considerable risk build. But I think that's probably how you want to run it. because she doesn't do a lot of damage naturally. You want to be able to run the pressure for a while, if possible, and build that risk. But I mean, it's not easy, right? Because she's not the strongest pressure character. Unless you get your minions sort of set up already. I feel like I might have been... Did I miss a point for Fission? Is it 3-0? Man, talk about solo caster. Look at this fool. Anyway, Gamma has the superior screen position for now. For now! Fission able to get a couple of goons on board, and here we go, even mid-screen! Yo! And RC, extend the pressure. I kind of like that. Instead of just banking that meter, just use it to extend the pressure, use it to inflict more risk, and then when you get your next hit, it's gonna hit very hard. Yo, that RPS, the challenge, the deep dash. A lot of characters in this game will be able to dash under that 5B. That 5B is a good tool for covering jumping attempts. Oh, this is gonna miss though. Oh my god, Fission was ready! Gamma drifting forward out of that super, was looking to get an advantageous position, but no, Fission spends all the meter to keep Axel in the corner. I love this so much. Fission, one of the most experienced Jacko players in the European community, just dives under. Look at that. We were talking about the buttons that can sort of challenge the minion throws. That time Gamma went for 5k, which is a very decent button. But that time Fission was ready to dive under with 2k. Alright, I think that was a burst bait from Gamma. So keeping it very safe, trying to... At this point, I think, yeah, when you have your opponent this low as Axel, you can kinda just... You don't have to commit to big combos. You can just keep chipping out. Maybe do a Rensen or two, maybe too heavy. Like maybe get a 2P, 5P, couple of those and you already have the round. Don't really need to, you know, go for a big combo or anything. Drift forward, RC. Takes a gamble on 5P. The 5Ps are whiffing. Fission just taking every single read, getting them right. Until that happened. And now back into the neutral. But I guess, yeah, this could be potentially difficult for Axel, because, you know, Jacko can take those minions out and send them on a approaching trajectory very fast from full screen. So unless Axel is already committed to some sort of like a, you have to keep spacing yourself close enough, I guess, as Axel, if you want to prevent Jacko from taking those minions. It does seem like a matchup that requires completely different kind of pacing from Axel. Yeah, good from Gamma. Doesn't let Fission take out those minions for free, because that's been the bane of Gamma's existence so far. The gold burst baited and punished as well. That's not as minus as blue burst, but it's punishable in Strive. Here we go. RC tries to jump out, doesn't manage to get out though. Is this gonna be it? Yo, the damage! There's so much damage! Mother of God, help! This Jacko is doing damage! They're doing damage. Is this character good? Alright, very aggressive dash, tries to get in. That's generally when you see somebody dashing in very bravely against Axel, it's gonna be some sort of a read on 5B. Yeah, you can see there, taking a short dash forward, braking, sort of checking what the Axel player is doing. If they unleash the 5B, you can attempt to go for a whiff punish, if you're close enough. And then of course the jump in RPS, look at that. Yeah, with the minion in hand, you actually have some pretty decent options airborne, because you can choose the trajectory you want to send them flying at Axel. In addition to, you know, the usual double jump RPS that has been present in every single Guilty Gear for Axel throughout the franchise. Alright, now let's see the pressure from Gamma instead. Alright, chooses to back out. Oh, in and out. Yeah, Guilty Gear is a yo, gets the hit as well. And now, here we go. Minion is on the board. Gamma trying to work there, do their hardest not to get into the block string. But the RC, all right, manages to clear the minion. That was actually important. Even though Gamma got hit there by the stray hit, it's okay as long as you can manage to wow! What the heck is that? That's so cool. That's so fucking cool. And I think that's a safe jump. Yeah, luckily Gamma had the 100 meter. The is that rainwater or what's the other, snail? I forgot. That's snail, right? Anyway, that backwards jumping special move actually ends up dodging the burst from Fission. All right, we are on board, and this could those are what we need. Yeah, especially if the Jacko player is holding a minion in hand, they will not be able to block. So if you can predict their trajectory with like 6k, 2s, if you can dash under them and 2s, yeah, you will happily take those. A lot of those far-reaching buttons are gonna be good against Jacko's jump D as well. Because the projectile will leave her hands fairly slow. And you might be able to sneak in a chain somewhere in there. Alright, just opting to take it safe. Jump slash, spacing out. Ooh, but one missed jump slash, especially if it barely misses the opponent and they're running at you. Fission, ready to cover some serious distance right away. Get the wall break here. Gamma does have 50 meter to RPS if they want to. Yo, the 2S works as an anti-air. Ends up anti-airing Axel's jump heavy. Keep the pressure tight, but again, Gamma hasn't been able to open up Fission very consistently. I say that and immediately they land the full screen command grab. But I mean, Gamma has been holding on to that tool fairly, conservatively. So I guess that was one of the best times to sort of bust it out. Last hits the score. Check if they're awake. Another really good aggressive dash from Fission. Not able to maintain the position though. Costs Gamma the burst, but I mean, as an actual player, you will happily spend your burst as soon as you can to be able to build some, distance between yourself and the opponent. My buff is active. The minions will not be killed. Go for another one. Ooh, we bowling here? I think that's a pretty cool way to sink your meter into as well. I mean, unless you get close range and want to spend your 50 into some of those like medium hitting combos, you probably want to use your meter to either maintain your pressure or get into the pressure. So oh, nice, the air dash over the was the 5B. You want to be really active on the jump in RPS, but I mean, if you're too predictable, if the Axel player has a read, 2S will lead into some of Axel's hardest hitting combos. Speaking of hard hitting combos, oh, this is okay. That was super important for Gamma to score an interruption there. I think most normals into the super activation should be plus. All right, get coast to coast with the time stop. Always such a beautiful sight when Axel players use that tool. It is not useless. Even though a lot of players have been calling it the most, well, let's say one of the least useful supers in the game. After some of the changes, I feel like we've gotten pretty used for that super now. At least some niche uses. Anyway, here's pressure. Spend it. Unfortunately, didn't have the minion out there, but these minions coming out will still have the active buff. And with that red buff active, Fission will gain so much minion gauge. And there's the mix-up. There's the 5D. It will come out eventually, almost getting the kill. And what's the last play? Jump heavy, preventing Fission from getting the air throw, question mark? Yeah, at this point, jump D, even jump D from Jacko is gonna be lethal. Gamma will have to tread very carefully. Went for the instant air dash. I can understand, like, at that point when you have very little life to spend, you kind of want to hunt for the big hit. So Gamma was trying to gamble with the air dash into a decent air dash combo, but yeah, Fission that time ready to anti-air 6p. It's good players, even if you haven't instant air dashed at them or air dashed at them in general. They are still, after like 10 games, they can be still ready to anti-air you, even if it's your first time. To go the red buff active. Look at the amount of minion gauge that they're building. Essentially, Gamma can't do anything here. They just have to wait for that buff to expire. Unless they can go for like a DP or a reversal super or burst, I guess. There we go, well placed, Rensen. And now this is definitely a position that actual players usually like, because you can gain access to your opponent full screen with some of those far-hitting moves. Rensen, for instance, is one of the classic ways to sort of chip your opponent out. Wow! The micro step! Making the jump slash from Gamma whiff there. Yeah, even though that jump slash has a little bit of disjoint, I want to say, or it's one of the hardest to anti-air moves for Axel. If you are close enough, 6p will still do the job. Ooh, critical 6 heavy whiff there from Fission. Gamma able to flip the position, very nice. Now this looks so good for Gamma. Now Fission will have to land some sort of a big gamble. Yeah, there's the burst. Push them back to the neutral. They're still looking for that one decisive hit. One minion is on board. Ooh, getting a couple of minions on board is very big for Jacko though. Yeah, they tried their best, but you know, Gamma also did very good job at sniping those minions off as they come out. That's like one of your most important tasks is sort of. Oh no! I think Fission was thinking maybe that Gamma was continuing that combo with like 2S or something. Went for the burst a little too early, but it's no worries. Spent the RC on pressure. We're still in a good position. Even if we missed that burst, no worries. Don't need defensive mechanics when you're on offense. Especially in an offensive-oriented game like Guilty Gear. The 6p barely whiffs from Fission. The double jump doesn't commit. Yeah, it's so scary to commit to that double jump. It's usually if Axel goes for one of the Rensen follow-ups, you can sort of, with a double jump, gain a jump arc, which you can punish the Axel with. But you know, if you're wrong, if your timing is wrong, or if they choose to not go for it, you're gonna get comboed into a big anti-air sequence. And essentially, Axel has always been that character who doesn't really have the big conversions on ground, but if you jump at them, if you give them a very nice anti-air, that's where their bread will come from, very simply. Ooh, nice, able to bluff a minion out. And this potentially, oh, that was so important for Gamma. And takes Fission's burst as well, looking good. Yeah, Fission will need a miracle if they're to come back this round. Oh, that was it. That was a very nice gamble. I think that's the best that Fission can get out of there. They were able to make Gamma use the burst. That was a very respectful burst for Gamma. Even though Fission had absolutely no life, they were like, all right, fuck this. I'm not taking this pressure. I will take this back to neutral and get the win comfortably, safely. And both choices are honestly valid there. You could choose to not burst, but you can choose to take it easy and burst. And slowly, look at this. It's like the neutral control seems to be slowly getting better for Gamma. At the start of the set, Fission was just, you know, all over, pushing Gamma into the corner over and over again, but now Gamma able to find those RPS buttons, those options to prevent Fission from getting in. And also finding the buttons to sort of snipe the minions as they come as well. Or alternatively be in a position where, you know, they can kind of poke Fission out of the summons. Yo, that was great! The aggressive dash. Fission has been the one running away with those aggressive dash reads, but now Gamma goes for one, runs under jump D and punishes on landing. One more hit point for Fission. Oh, wait a minute. Signs of life? It's any button here will do the job for Gamma, but will they get to press? Is the question. 50 meter on board. There we go. Predicting the air approach or going into air. 5B, snipe them out of the sky. Did I say bitch effort? I've been running with that a lot today. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, good. Jumps out of the command grab. Ooh, just a little too far. It's very dangerous to whip that soccer kick because it goes in recovery for quite a while. Nice. That was so smart for Gamma. Avoiding the jump D is important because if you block it, you're gonna give Jacko a little bit of extra frame advantage. It's sort of like, in that sense, kind of like Bomb Bag from Faust, I guess. Wow, the respect there. And the presence of mind for Gamma to know that they are indeed in throw range. And there we go. Gamma, I think for the first time in this set, grasping the lead.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Now running with the pressure. Tried to 2D under, but unfortunately in Strive, Jacko's 2D doesn't, or the slide doesn't quite low profile as much as in the past. And again, look at this control. Suddenly it's starting to look like an Axel matchup, because this is actually what, you know, characters Axel's opponents are supposed to struggle with. The sort of door to get in. Look at that, so patient. Gamma not even flinching on that empty jump and just throwing on landing. Wow. 5B to check the air approach. Once again. Ooh, the clash, but canceling the 2D. Works out for Fission, and now we have minions out. Ooh, manages to land a pretty decent hit. And here we go once again. Fission does have to start over again. Spends the 50 meter to get the first goon on the board. Here we go. What's it gonna be? Left, right, high, low? I don't know. I don't know this character. I don't know these mix-ups. Every single minion hit or a minion throw, I guess, goes into a tick throw. And Fission brings to the table the tick throw option. Listen, if you're respecting too much, this is what you're gonna get. And that further opens Gamma up to be frame trapped later. For example, now, Gamma doesn't want to take any of that though. Burst, back into the mid screen. And this is where Axel is usually comfortable. Until you get into the corner. Man, those combos look so beautiful for Fission. Into the thick throw. YRC works out, dash forward, get the corner once again. YRC back. Fission still has juice to play with RC. We'll have to be very careful. A 2K from Axel could potentially end this. Once again, you. There's the challenge. Yeah, Fission was running with a lot of those throws, trying to fish for, you know, trying to sort of get Gamma to press more buttons, and finally, press they did. But that time the frame trap wasn't quite tight. And now look at this. Who would have thought suddenly it's Gamma who's on potentially set point if they take this round? Ooh, the jump in doesn't quite punish throw from Gamma in time. Trying to make Gamma block that jump D in order to get at least some sort of an in. Smart. Ooh, nothing personal, kid. Answered right away from the opponent doing the same thing. Back into the corner you go. What's it gonna be? Overhead? The 2P. Small check there. Fission slowly running out of life. This is looking dangerous. Very low on meter as well. We'll have to probably FD quite a bit on the way in. Now look at the chip damage. I think Fission will have to commit. There we go. Dashes in. Minion summon into the parry. RC keep the pressure. Oh, Fission could still do this. Ah, but there it is. The 2K. The 5-framer that hits oh so far. I'm actually surprised that they chose to make Axel's 5K, sorry, the 2K into 5-framer instead of 5K. You would think it's like to sort of make the crouching normal a little more committal. You would. Oh, look at this though. The pressure still going. 2 minions on board. Finds the 2K once again. Doesn't find a substantial hit. Fission manages to make Gamma land that, block that jump D. Doesn't get enough frame advantage to keep pressing. But now Gamma on the other hand has a lot of meter. Oh no, too much bounce. The real life juggle physics? Juggle physics? Another Freudian slip. Here we go, big throw. This time, Gamma playing a throw of their own. Wow, what a risk they took, but it ended up paying off. Towards the end, Fission was starting to play more and more stick throws. But man, what an adjustment from Gamma. If you watch the first 4 games or so, you would be like, all right, let me just take out my wallet and put all my money all in on Fission. But man, you would have lost. I would have lost too. Man, these high-level players and their their skills at adaptation. That's an easier word to use. Look at me, QK, 12 years old, learning English for the first time. All right, next one will be interesting as well. So we got Rygand, one of the top dogs of the Finnish scene, has been solidifying their position in the Finnish food chain. I think one of the only guys who can stand toe to toe at the moment from the Finnish scene is either that man Shady or maybe Yalis. But other than that, Rygand is just goddamn fire. But speaking of fire, one of the flashiest European Baiken players. I'm not even sure who plays Baiken on top level in Europe. I guess not a whole lot of people, but I mean Aggu is definitely up there, which you'll probably figure out looking at their red aura. A big grinder. We'll see how their May matchup is. If I would have to pick a favorite sort of to take this set, I would have to be a little biased for my boy Rygand, because like Rygand, not only, because, Rygand, but simply because of they've been putting on such consistent performance in all these public events. I would have to say that, yeah, I guess I would put money on Rygand, but we lost our money in the last set, so we might lose our money in this one as well. Good 6P, however, May, especially on non-counter hit, is not gonna get much out of those. Ooh, good snipe. This is exactly where Baiken shines. Those jump slash snipes, either the jump slash jump D, especially combined with a counter hit. That's what Vahvaloac does the best. That's the one thing you wanna try to avoid, getting hit by that, because Vahvaloac has so good conversions out of those. Especially if we're relatively close to the corner, somewhere from half screen, you're gonna get a wall break, you're probably gonna do 50% damage, and yeah, the opponent is gonna feel really bad. Some conversion routes, some starters are not super comfortable for Vahvaloac to convert out of, but she's so good in the air. Air to air. I guess one of her game plans, as theorized, is to make the opponent go airborne. And I guess that might actually play into Vahvaloac's game plan, because, you know, Mei kind of wants to be airborne. So if you can intercept, wow, yeah, that was pretty amphibious there. Trying to, was that the TK Yozan? 5 heavy catching from Rygand, but again, throw, attaching the chain. Ooh, we're going for the combo. All right, cashing out. Unfortunately, not with a super. Rygand respecting the prospect of the gun coming out. Round start. And now you're gonna have to hold this. Is there gonna be a burst? Yeah, I understand. Aggu was holding that burst. That would have been a very difficult burst to make. Because they're obviously gonna be baiting initially, and then you're gonna be guessing like how much should I delay then? That's the safe option. I like Aggu making that judgment call. The Kabari, RC to make yourself plus. Into, safe jump into Yozansen as a TK kind. Break the wall. Aggu has such a massive life lead here. Good 6p, no cancel. Rygand still potentially has a chance, but a very slim. Yeah, Rygand ran out of meter completely. At that point, when Aggu has 100 meter, I think that's checkmate. There's nothing you can do. Because the opponents will just, after their block string, they're gonna keep RCing, they can do it twice over. Ooh, finding a throw here, Rygand. And so far, Rygand hasn't been able to find a solid way in, finding a couple of stray hits here and there, but Aggu being super aggressive and very accurate with their, you know, their pokes as well. As soon as I say it, Rygand scores a big one. No meter to throw out, but damage has already been done. Ooh, that's gonna be downwards. Oh no, I thought that was a good position for Rygand to be in. Slightly above AgguBaggu. Punish will not kill, but finds Rygand. Wait, that was not on landing, was it? No. No way. Was it? Either way, Aggu finding that 2k on landing Rygand, taking 2 very quick games. Wow. I mean, I think I personally don't give Aggu enough credit for the amazing player that they are, especially on bike, and like they put so much heart and soul and effort into bike, and cruising through all those characters through sort of the starting months of Strive, and now their effort, all their hard work culminating here in this bike and performance. Yeah, as we said, the air-to-air is gonna be the key for Vahvaloac in a lot of matchups, so trying to sort of bait Rygand into the air approaches, but unfortunately Rygand does not fly into those. Another thing is, especially when you go for, you know, slow recovering buttons like jump D, the opponent might make an aggressive read and dash under you and sort of punish you on the landing instead. So, or the RC with the TK Yozan, the go-to instant overhead mix-up, gets the wall break, gets Aggu another very decent position. Good 6p, but again, I think Mei 6p as an anti-air is one of the most underwhelming 6ps in the game, but I guess to balance that out, oh, here's the gun. Wow, what a snipe! You tend to forget that that's a thing, but goddamn, when it hits, you feel like a fool. Speaking from experience, of course it will come out. All right, pretty neutral trade here. Rygand moving and getting the hit. Here we go in the corner. Good backdash from Aggu. Clears the difficult strike throw mix-up. Mei's strike throw really, especially when you're in the corner, one of the most dangerous in the game. Oh, gets a cross-up. Yozan. Oh, wow, the Yodan actually comes out. I guess because they had the slowdown on the RC, the big throw, taken by Rygand, and the far slash as an anti-air. Yeah, I guess that's also a balancing factor because Mei does not have the best 6P out there. A lot of her normals tend to anti-air fairly well. Like far slash, not really the anti-air that you would like to use, but it can do the job from certain angles. Oh, Rygand! Ready to take it and ready to open it up! 1-2. Rygand on the chase. Alright, we're getting the data. We'll try not to run into those big air starters of Baiken. And we'll see how the RPS develops from here on out. Nice, Markley jumps out of the beach ball. That would be plus frames per Mei. It does make you would, I guess, the best thing you could do is aggressively challenge Mei's cancel into the beach ball because it has very slow startup. Rygand spending the burst, trying to get out of the corner. Here we go, switching. Oh no, combo drop. That's terrible. That might have actually been a kill for Rygand. 100 meter misses the. Oh, okay. Catches the backdash still. That was a lot of spaghetti for both players here. Oh, that's big. Speaking of those anti-airs, too heavy. Look at that damage. Oh, look at that, baby. Oh, that hurts so bad, but hurts so good. And another one. That's too touched. He's dead. Mom, he's dead. He hit me twice. That's Mei for you. If you get hit by those optimal starters, you will go and have a tragic accident. Alright, Rygand switching into the mid-screen position. Oh, does he get? Doesn't quite get the conversion. Aggu spends the burst. The tatami stays horizontal, vertical. Gets a kind of an anti-air. Small combos. Rygand choosing the burst. And now, at the time stop, sort of giving Aggu a small breather here. Tatami preventing Rygand from getting in. Have to be careful once again. Oh my goodness, from downtown! The 5 heavy. Of course, it's an anti-air. We were talking about Faust and their buttons being anti-airs from various angles. Well, look at this. You have a button that has a lot of disjoint. You can definitely use that as an anti-air. And even if it's not the best anti-air out there, look at the rewards. 5 heavy from Mei. Can you name a button that does more damage than Mei 5 heavy in this game? I can't from the top of my head. So the risk reward is definitely there. I mean the reward, especially. So hey, might as well swing. And swing they do. Why not swing when you could kill your opponent with the next hit? Oh wow, that was a very late 5 heavy anti-air once again. But I mean the forward-reaching hitbox of Baiken jump slash does reach like horizontally, but not quite vertically. It has an okay vertical reach. Oh, putting that option in the table. Hiiragi getting the parry, showing that, you know, I do have an option here if you're going for those strike throws. If you play the strike, I am willing to commit to the parry as well. And the damage of the parry as well is... it's a lot of damage. It's kind of like Soul's wild throw sort of damage, a little less than 150. So you really have to keep that option on the back of your mind in terms of risk reward. Speaking of risk reward, oh, unfortunately throwing out of the corner. Oh, never mind. Is that gonna be a kill? No. Damn, that was a hard burst to make. Rygand had to try something. I think the reason why Aggu's sequence was looking kind of awkward was because they were actually counterplaying the burst or trying to counterplay the burst the best they could, and Rygand just couldn't find a good place to burst there. Sometimes those very burst-baity sequences end up working out for you when you don't need a big combo anymore. When you can sort of keep resetting, keep being safe, wait for them to be on their last hit point, and I mean, they will have to burst eventually. There we go. Hiiragi works on the... Yo, the slight micro step or the fake on the throw. Rygand flying over Kenju. Here we go, switch inside. Yo, that was big value. The Kabare follow up, back and forth. Oh, putting themselves in the corner, no fear. Aggu getting out once, going in again. Oh, nice. Gets a decent combo. Not the biggest one, but I mean, as far as BNB combos go, Rygand is happy to take BNBs of that magnitude. Because, you know, if you have to say, oh, speaking of damage, luckily for Aggu, didn't have the super there, so going back to neutral, roughly with equal amount of life, and now Aggu will have the life, or the opportunity to burn the meter first. But Rygand is slowly building meter as well. There we go. Spend it. Being very burst safe. Yeah, Aggu being very smart here. Doesn't end up panic bursting. We're sitting on a lead, so we can just reset it and go to the next round without spending. Oh, that's a good hit though! The classic! Oh no, Aggu! The fireworks! Calling Domi right now, making those high altitude bursts. Not phased at all though. Straight in there. Take the throw with the use of which side. Oh my god, into throw. No Yozen here. Oh, another throw! Try. And the third is always the tick throw. Oh, I think this will hit right. Yeah, Rygand already committed to something or was recovering. My god! The classical formula, 2 throws and then into the strike. Wow, I did not see that coming, because, I mean, Aggu hasn't been able to get into that RPS situation very actively yet, but, you know, definitely putting the throw option in the back of Rygand's mind now. Speaking of that, in general, Aggu has been representing a lot of their defensive options and very aggressively as well. Very trademark of a Guilty Gear player, and that's how you should be running with it. It's like, but at the same time, they don't go to the parry like all the time. Like, I think they've been parrying twice. 2 out of 2 has been hitting them, and you know the opponent will definitely remember that. And then after you've represented the option, it's the threat of the option that is actually the scary thing. Now going for a very hard bait here on Rygand's burst. Rygand not biting. Rygand says, I still have a little bit of life left. Oh, oh no, the far slash doesn't end up connecting. That would have been a run for Rygand. Still burst available if they want to use it. And they need one more. Any jab, any dolphin, there we go. Gets a trade. I'm not sure what button that was, but does not matter. 5p is enough. Oh, the backwards jumping jump slash from Rygand. One of those buttons that you are very comfortable defending your airspace with. If you jump forward with those, very anti-airable, but if you do something like a neutral jump, air back dash, jump slash, how's the opponent gonna challenge that unless they commit to some sort of a madness dash? Oh my goodness. Oh, and Aggu was holding it. Honestly, I would have done the same. If I was Rygand, I would have been like, yeah, this guy is bursting right here, right now. But burst, they did not. And Aggu was still able to get a little bit of value out of that, but you know, it is tough. It is tough. We're at low health once again, and that burst RPS when you have 1 or 2 hits left to take, if you don't have enough hit points to survive more than those. Yeah, it can become like a 50-50. All things considered, simplified. Alright, getting a little bit of a BMB here. Missing the all-so-important finisher, though. I guess the blessing and the curse... Oh, is that's gonna whiff punish 5 heavy? Yo, folks, you be asking how to whiff punish May 5 heavy. Well, get a load of this gun. Bam! What a round for Aggu. The very active jump heavy stays active for a long time, even if you press it very early. Choosing the RC here. I think, like, once you've made the opponent block a couple of hits, you will very happily you know, ram yourself into them with Kabare follow-up and then RC, and take advantage of that risk that you just built and reset your pressure. It is very expensive, but, you know, Strive is... I feel like in the past, this move with the jumpy is able to sort of maneuver past the explosion, but straight into the embrace of Aggu. I mean, that's sort of the downside of... It was a very nice Matrix dodge, but, you know, it is still a fireball, and the basic fighting game fireball RPS still applies. The opponent has forced you to jump over, and when you do, they can be ready to anti-air you.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Alright, Aggu getting the first big hit. Very fast burst from Rygand. Oh, that's big. Oh, that's big. Aggu choosing to hold it. Surprised. That's one of those certified 60% life hits trademark. But I mean, Bai can have the firepower to contest as well. Ooh, 6P working as a footsie tool, but not getting Rygand a whole lot. Aggu having 50 meter here, but so does Rygand, forcing the Dolphin RC into pressure. What's it gonna be? Ooh, is that gonna be enough? Not quite. There we go. Yeah, I think Aggu committed to the old-fashioned, the vanilla Strive throw PRC, and the downside of that is that you are actually PRCing your throw immediately, so you will essentially go into a inferior combo if you want to be super safe with it. But then again, if they jump out and you RC, you will be in a very, very strong position to sort of anti-air them. Oh, speaking of anti-airs, that one did not work out. Rygand chipping away. Has the 50 meter, but so does Aggu after this sequence. What's it gonna be? RC with side. Rygand knew, but they tried to get out on the wrong moment. Whoa! Able to dash through the beach ball. Aggu. I mean, that worked out pretty well. All they needed was some sort of an approach, plan, stat, like immediately dash forward, air dash forward, and ended up working out for Aggu. Man, I wouldn't have thought that Aggu will have this sort of a, you know, sort of like balance against Rygand's. Ooh, hits Yozan once again. The tether still attached. Do we have our custom combos? It's, yeah. More often than not, oh my goodness, Rygand didn't actually block on the landing. Wait, I think they double jumped, so they might have landed into the explosion. And now Aggu looking to take this round and looking to take the set point position. At the start of the set, I said I would have bet money on Rygand, and boy, would have lost all my money once again. Or maybe I shouldn't say that yet. We still have... Don't say over till it's over. I'm going ahead of myself. Rygand still has this very explosive character, is a player who does not care too much. I guess one of those players who isn't faced as easily, so will definitely fight their strongest all the way till the end. And they're showing a lot of heart here. Yeah, taking a round immediately. We are not done, says Rygand. We will activate the old, the famous Finnish Sisu. The burst here, taken from Aggu. Now next hit will potentially be pretty good if Rygand managed to get out of this position. 6P makes the Kabare whiff. There we go. Switching positions, and now we are in the checkmate. Aggu does have 50 meter though. Wall break, doesn't quite finish. One hit point once again. That's the third time today that we've had that one hit point. And Rygand, yeah, playing very safe, very defensively. That's essentially the posture that you want to assume when the opponent basically has nothing to spend anymore. Like, why risk going in when you can do stuff like jump back, jump slash, jump heavy? Just defend. What are they gonna do? With a 5k, calls out the Roundstar Dolphin. But again, it can't be too comfortable of a position for Rygand, because Rygand will need 3 in a row still. And Aggu is knocking on the heaven's doors. Ooh! That was a tricky setup. Goes for it again. Rygand didn't flinch there, but still got hit somehow. Wait. Alright, that was a kill. I looked away for a second. Oh, that's a big hit, but the too heavy does not connect. But look at how much damage that did. That was like a couple of hits and 50% of Aggu's life already gone. But Aggu responding in kind. RC, TK, instant overhead Yozansen. The classic from ACPR. Maybe even Missing Link. I don't know how Baiken worked in Missing Link. Alright, this will be pretty decent. Is it gonna go into walkback? Yes, indeed. And again, even though Rygand doesn't have the meter to spend yet, he's gonna build back a lot. Yeah, just taking it easy. Oh, tried to take it easy, but that time Aggu actually managed to predict the trajectory. And it is that one button, the Yozansen. I'm surprised, like every time I see Yozansen hit like that, it hits from a very weird angle. Was that, I think Aggu was below Rygand that time? It really does go like 360 degrees all over. Hits front, hits behind, hits everywhere. And Aggu, that was a very strong showing from both players, but especially I wouldn't have thought that Aggu came out swinging this hard and takes it over Rygand. That was beautiful. All right, one more to go. So, as we established in the beginning, CarrotOfWisdom unfortunately couldn't show up today. We are going to run Solid Gold Lewis from Finland versus JuxtAPoser Faust from Israel instead. And this should be a pretty decent match still. Solid is one of those, I want to say wild cards still. The player who definitely is solid like their nickname would imply, but we don't see them on screen all that often, and it is just a shame because every time I see them play they're showing some really, really good stuff. I think it's about time for us to get more of Solid on screen. And what better way to test their mettle than against one of the top, if not the top, European Faust player. Like, when it comes to Faust, like, JuxtAPoser is definitely up there. Let me drop them a DM. Let's see, did I give JuxtAPoser the code as well? Go back. Where did I put it? There it is. There, all right. Oh gosh, my voice almost gone, but one more to go. We can do it, guys. We can do it. Oh, it's Gold Lewis though. It's gonna be Gold Lewis on screen. I'm gonna scream, am I not? And it's Faust as well. Oh boy, I'm gonna get so excited for those item conversions. This is dangerous. The betting is go. And you know, speaking of players that we haven't seen for a while, JuxtAPoser, one of those. We have so many today. We had Fission, we had we had I have a memory of a goldfish. I guess that's it. It's like, I mean, I guess those were primarily the two. Fission and JuxtAPoser making sort of their comeback here after a short while of being away. And yeah, let's check what they got. How have their abilities improved since we saw them? Now, matchup-wise, this is... I kind of want to say this is Faust's favorite, right? I think I remember this being Faust's favorite. On paper, of course, but you know, what does theoretical advantage mean when you're playing Guilty Gear, where, you know, knowledge is everything, experience is everything, and the ability to pilot your character is like 90% of all that's happening on screen. JuxtAPoser has managed to sort of mount a defensive position, but can't really... Ooh, is he gonna go into a bow? Yes, it is! Oh, that kind of screws up the combo by getting extra damage. In return, the cross-up! And the immediate burst for Solid baited! Wow! What a comeback from JuxtAPoser! Solid managed to land super strong start, but you know, I guess it really goes to show how, you know, Faust can maintain a defensive position, sort of zoning position on Goldluis. Ooh, very nice. Doesn't let JuxtAPoser run away with the mix this time. 6P works out. Oh, that 6P might have actually been pretty good for that situation. Goldluis' 6P is pretty lackluster in terms of like where it hits, usually, but it does hit very high vertically. I mean, that's all it does. Very nice read, trying to avoid going into the bad banana peel. Did the banana peel just disappear, or did Solid just, you know, sort of sweep it under the rug with a behemoth? That was interesting. Alright, swinging wild, get the first knockdown. Ooh, big. No burst available for JuxtAPoser. This could be over very fast. Nice, kind of cool, comboing into the hammer and swing them open, pick up the horde. Ooh, very nice. Able to dodge. Yeah, you will definitely happily pay that 50 meter to sort of being able to dodge a hard item from Faust. Meter's coming, which side? Yeah, it was a cross-up. Man, as opposed to Exert, that meteor comes out so fast. So if you're not adapted to the RPS, I think it also... Does it also guard break? I think it guard breaks, right? Either way, JuxtAPoser grabbing the first one. Yeah, it does? Yeah, okay. So I'm not dumb. I mean, I am dumb, but not like... At least I am dumb while being right. Oh no! Okay. Sort of getting away with that burst with their JuxtAPoser teleporting on the corner. Oh, the little guy was there to combo break. Opting to whiff their burst to get out of the damage of the Rerere. Sorry, the what's the move called in this game? It's Rerere for me. The fishing pole. Alright, let's see the damage. Pretty decent. I mean, it's Goldluis and we're Faust. Oh, is that gonna be enough though? Drops the combo. Unfortunate. That would have been the kill. And the perfect read from JuxtAPoser from downtown, or should we say from the skies. Past the minigun, there's... I mean, I guess once you start it, there's really no way to end it up super fast. This time, the 6P from Goldluis not in range. The meteors setting up tick throw, and here we go. What's it gonna be? It's gonna explode! Wow, what the JuxtAPoser, you sicko! Did you just set up a left-right with the Afro explosion? And that's why this is one of the strongest European Faust players. Holy mother of God. I've never seen that one before. Then again, I used to be a Soul player, so I would get hit before they can run any of their mix-ups. Just go into the DP immediately. Anyway. Nice playing around their own horde. Well, that was really nice from Solid. Dashing past the love bag throw. If you block it, it's one of those things that afflicts a lot of block stun, so a lot of frame advantage for Faust. Making their best to sort of be outside of the item's active range. Ooh, kind of good. I guess that's an okay trade. And the bomb. Uh-oh. Ooh, Solid with the judgment call. Chose to swing Behemoth and knew that they were not gonna extend themselves into the bomb. And here we go with the corner. Time to sweep. Time to sweep Faust under the rug. Bye-bye. And Solid now looking to get on board. We need to do it again though. Meteors coming. I guess this is one of the easiest to block situations when like you're sort of taking the hit before the meteors and then they're kind of hitting you as meaty, so at least the Faust is not gonna get a clean setup, right? Thunderbird is a go, but unfortunately the fast meteors ended up bailing JuxtAPoser out once again. Ooh, very wide whiff there, but still. Oh, not this time. I wonder if that's a purposeful whiff there. Probably going for the Behemoth too early, you would imagine. Nice, using... Oh my god, and gets a cross-up as well. JuxtAPoser, the movement, the back throw, offering you kind of like a... Not really a dive kick, but an... Oh, uh-oh. The bomb is gonna kill you. Yeah, Michael Bay. Uh-oh, extending into the Behemoth Typhoon. That was a big hit. 1/3 of JuxtAPoser's life gone already, but that's fine. We are fairly good at zoning, are we not? The combo breaker, the sequence breaker with the mini guys. Alright, had the presence of mind to pull off the plug just in time. Here we go, dashing forward, breaking. Ooh, going under, but smartly, JuxtAPoser dives into the other direction. Otherwise, they would have fallen straight into the embrace. The golden, iron, steel, solid, all of the adjectives I can think of embrace of Solid here. Wow! The fast RC into the throw. I didn't block that, and neither did you. Don't lie to me. Now here's potential, mix-up potential with the Afro. Oh my goodness, that's a game. Oh, or was it? I think JuxtAPoser kind of missed it. They did have the 50 meter to keep up the pressure though, so... Man. An opportunity missed to get on the table, unfortunately, but we have so many more to go. And it's a couple of coffin swings away. What, we need like 2 touches? 2 good touches for Gold Lewis to get around. 4 good touches to get a game. So... First being used. Ooh, Awake punishes. Thunderbird with the fishing bowl. Ooh, has to spend the RC here. Oh my goodness. I think he's still recovering. Does it recover in time? Yes, it does. I mean, that super has a pretty slow startup, but you also don't have to churn the maximum 360s if you want to start it up fast. And the snipe. There we go. Ooh boy. Alright, 6 heavy, counter hit, anti-air starter. And we got Faust damage. Meanwhile, ooh, that was brave. I mean, Gold Voice is that character you kind of would not like to gamble against on defense, because like he's gonna hurt when you guess right, but you kind of have to, because a lot of those sequences, block strings, are gonna take advantage of you respecting. What's it gonna be? Sets the Afro on fire. Ooh, perfect! The perfect dash from Solid. Getting out of the corner, getting out of the sticky situation. Uh-oh, that's gonna be sniped. RC into... doesn't RC? Okay. Is that gonna be enough? Yes, it is. I guess that could have... Yeah, I guess in case that Solid chooses to burst, having that 100 meter is gonna be useful. Again, the 5 PP. Unfortunately, Faust doesn't get a big combo out of that. The best you can do is like 5 PP, 6P, maybe if you're close enough, or just 5 PP. But I mean, hey, you gotta work with what you have. Speaking of, working with the damage. This is still an okay position for JuxtAPoser, I wanna say. Because we go back to neutral, Faust neutral, pretty decent. We have almost 100 meter. I mean, Solid's gonna build the meter as well, but yo, that cross up! Into a throw, is that enough? Yes, it is. Finishing with a style, with an Afro on, Solid on board. Look at that sexy beast. It's gonna be mental damage. Finishing the round with such style points. The aerial Behemoth Typhoon actually ends up giving this position to... Whoa! The little guy! Where did that little guy come from? Hello? That's the most mystic tool I've ever seen. Sometimes it just doesn't activate. Sometimes it just decides to come from the other side of the screen. I think... Yeah. Sometimes it do be like that. Or was it from the other direction? Ooh, potential here. Both players taking the hit. So rather neutral. Some neutral trades. Here comes the guard crush. And build a little bit of extra screen space slowly. JuxtAPoser spending the 50 meter to push Solid into the corner, but your corner position is mine now. Sweeping JuxtAPoser in there, using all of their meter to negate the chip damage. Nice, diving under. Finally finding an item that gives them a little bit of frame advantage. JuxtAPoser able to clear that situation. Very nice. But that's what... Ah, doesn't manage to get the crawl perfectly out this time. That's what basically champions are made of. Staying cool under very difficult situations and, you know, being able to make the comebacks when you think you've already lost. Yeah, look at that. I would have probably bet some money that, you know, Solid comes out of that round as soon as they manage to put JuxtAPoser in the corner with basically 0 life and very little meter. I didn't believe that JuxtAPoser actually gets out of there. But they do. But they always do. These goddamn top level players. Into a wall break, and now JuxtAPoser will have a lot of juice to work with for the rest of the round. Yeah, this will build a lot, waste time. That's 100 and a positive bonus at top of that. Holy shit! JuxtAPoser, how does your mom let you have this much juice? Alright, doing what they can. The far slash unfortunately whiffs. Perfectly spaced, perfectly timed backdash puts JuxtAPoser in 4 points to Solid's 1. Oh, I thought that was a meteor at start. No, that was a horde. All right. Oh, but that was an aerial hit, and that's gonna put your opponent in a lot of block stun, even if generally the move you would be running with is minus. Again, very nice presence of mind. Punishes the Thunderbird startup with a full screen fishing pole. Go fish. What we gonna get? Salmon? Trout? What's a really fatty fish? Salmon, I guess. Caught salmon that time. I mean, not that Goldlust would be fat or anything, but you know. Oh my god, that was from so far away. But I guess considering Goldlust is 6p, yeah, there we see the 6p. I guess Solid was just not comfortable enough going for 6p from that angle. Wow, what a combo! During this event, I've been like, wait, Faust has combos? Wait, Jacko has combos too? What the? What are you? Oh no! RC themselves into the active Thunderbird. Oh, that one worked out a little better. Thunderbird is in the air, but we'll have to block a lot of stuff. Right, we somehow cleared the item super, but now we somehow need to get in as well. Look at that. The high hitting angle of that 6 heavy. Wow, that covers so much space. There's no way you're gonna whiff with that move, right? And what's Goldblue's gonna do, even if it lands on block? Alright, headbutt them in the corner. Now, this is important. Solid has not been able to go into this very advantageous Goldblue situation very often, but there we go. Yeah, that's what we need. When we get Faust into the corner, we gotta make it count. We just have to. JuxtAPoser is playing way too solid at the moment, haha. But like, whenever you manage to trap them, we gotta get some damage in. Thunderbird is out, has to sort of respect the meteors and gets caught by the left-right once again. Here we go, from the front. Oh, chooses to not play the mix-up this time. Ooh, nice jump slash! Snipes! JuxtAPoser out of the air. But the fishing pole once again. We're gonna go into the corner. Not quite a wall break. And Solid has a lot of meter to play. Yo, what is that far slash hitbox? My god! I guess that's an anti-air too now? I mean, Faust has been traditionally that character that anti-airs with every single button, so... Huh. I guess we'll take it. Lots of plus frames. That bomb, yep, shouldn't be hitting JuxtAPoser. Backing off to get the tutor. The horn. The... Here we go. And chooses to cash out. It's not gonna do a whole lot of damage, but we will get a setup here and potentially able to capitalize on that tension building penalty. Alright, just opposite, take it safe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The bomb is gonna explode though. That was so smart from Solid. Oh my god, you're such a smart guy. But unfortunately, that time JuxtAPoser was pretty smart as well, or maybe just on point when it comes to execution. Getting out the reversal super hasn't been going for that all too often, so might have not been in the back of Solid's mind that time. But that's the name of the game. That's how RPS is played. Put the option on the table, make them think of it, then they eventually forget it, and then bring it out again. The cycle of life. Man, that's just a couple of hits and Solid has already lost so much life. Opting to not take the cross positions here or the cross-up jump D. Is that gonna be enough? It's gonna be close. Yeah, easily. And set point. Don't tell them. Ooh, Brain 5 PP once again. JuxtAPoser. I mean, at this point, JuxtAPoser shouldn't be fearing any man or a coffin or an alien or whatever. 2P working as an anti-air, but the horde was coming already. Oh no, danger, danger. Ooh, nice, gets out of the corner, but you know, that's the thing, that's the byproduct. When you're on your last hit point, even if you get out of there, it's scary to swing. Because if you get hit, you lose. So what do? That's a tough spot. But yeah, JuxtAPoser. One of the strongest Faust players I've seen. God damn. It's just, you know, some Faust players you see with like sick item interactions, sick item combos, you know, sick counter plays with maybe, you know, using crawl every time. When it comes to JuxtAPoser, it's just, everything is just solid. There's nothing that stands out, but that is usually the signal that, you know, everything is just Everything is perfect. What do you do when all a guy does is good stuff? Whew. Oh boy. All right. We're through with the first cast from the new studio, aka my new apartment. I really hope it wasn't too echoey. I promise next week I'll fix it. I'll get some curtains, I'll get some, maybe a furniture or two. I can't promise much because, you know, fuck furniture, VR master race. But yeah, as far as our, well, the schedule for my events goes, next week we got ACPR FT7s on Friday. The signups are available in my Discord as well as all ACPR Accent Core Plus R for you Guilty Gear Zoomers. Those are available on all ACPR relevant European Discords, or most. If you want to sign up for Bounty Hunters, our flagship event every Sunday, same time, 5 p.m. CEST, Central European Summer Time. Sign up. We'll try to set you up with something that is not 7-0. Usually we have pretty decent matchmaking committee, which consists of me, and me. So yeah, we'll search up a good opponent for you, and we'll get you in there and get you some event experience. Especially you. I'm talking to you who has never had the courage to participate in a lot of tournaments. You can participate in a slightly lighter atmosphere event like this one to practice those tournament nerves. Get yourself out there and, you know, build up that courage to go for the big one eventually. But yeah, how's the new studio? I mean, it's a whole lot of nothing at the moment. It's a shit ton of space. We got 2 rooms. I can probably use the bedroom as another VR setup room. We're probably gonna have 2 because me and my soon-to-be wife are both VR enthusiasts. But you know, it's pretty nice. It's expensive, but it's pretty nice. No complaints. I'm happy to cast from this studio from here on out. Decorating my studio. I mean, we'll see what we can do. But for now, thank you so much for watching. There were quite a few of you today. I'm happy that you chose my humble stream for your Sunday night Guilty Gear Strive needs. Let's see who we could raid. And the answer is probably JuxtAPoser, because they are streaming. Because they showed us some good stuff, so let's go give some love. Alright, till next week. Friday, ACPR FT7s. Sunday, Bounty Hunters, Guilty Gear Strive FT7s. I'll see you then. Stay safe, play GG. Bye bye.